What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Behind the Glass Sports Podcast. We thank you guys for tuning in. Special edition. We got the NBA draft tonight, and we haven't streamed in a while, so it took us a little bit to figure out how everything works again. Because normally we just do it on Discord. And I apologize if you hear my dog in the background whining. You're just going to have to deal with that. Listen, I don't like it. You don't like it. Brandon doesn't like it. So we're just all going to suffer in this video together. I promise it won't be for the entire time. I will mute myself at some point. But we are here. We're watching the NBA draft. Obviously, for like copyright and things like that, we can't stream it on the channel. But we're at pick 6. Just to recap all that has went, all the people that have gone thus far. So Jaden Ivey just went number 5 to Detroit. So he's going to team up with Cade Cunningham. Ben Mathurin is going number 6 to Pacers. Never heard of that person before. Let's see. And then you had number 1 was kind of a shocker, was Paolo Banchero.
There's a whole story to that. And as you go, I'll tell you after.
He wasn't even the favorite to go 1, right? Like as early as today.
So last night I'm on Twitter, right? And HP Basketball. What's his name again? I'm blanking.
Matt Moore,
thank you. So Matt Moore, I see him tweet, and so originally during the day yesterday, is it Jabari Smith? Yeah, Jabari Smith. He was heavy favorite to go 1. Had minus 400, minus 600, right around there. All of a sudden, Matt Moore tweets out, Paolo Banchero is now plus 110, and Smith is minus 160. So last night I'm like, okay, so I put $10 on Banchero going number 1. Like, we'll see what happens. And then I saw that tweet. If Banchero goes 1, Chet's going 2 for sure because OKC is locked in on Chet. So that means Smith is going to go 3. Well, that was plus 500. So I threw $10 on that one. I'm like, okay, well, you never know. This morning I wake up. Smith is then minus 500 again. And I'm like, I got screwed, right? An hour ago, it happened again. All of a sudden, all the sportsbooks freaked out, put Banchero as a favorite all of a sudden at minus 120, and then all the sportsbooks took it off completely because they were getting hammered. And so I'm guessing all those sportsbooks got just destroyed from this draft. So it was a crazy story. Even Banchero was shocked that he got taken 1. I don't think Orlando knew what to do. And I think at the end of the day, they made the right choice. I think Paolo Banchero is the best player in this draft.
I mean, we'll see.
He reminds me of Jason Tatum.
Hopefully it's good Jason Tatum. Not NBA
Right.
Yeah, he was probably shocked because he's like, man, I just put a bet down on Jabari Smith to go first. I like going first. I just bet my whole first.
Well, it's funny because last night when I was trying to place the bets, I was like, a couple of the sportsbooks were they had taken it down because everything was changing so fast. I finally got FanDuel and they had it, and I got him at, let's see, I'll pull it up now, but I'm pretty sure I got Banchero at 1 at plus 110, maybe plus, I don't know. I won money off of it. Let's see, I have $81 in there now. Let's see, what did I actually put it on? So plus 500 for Jabari Smith to go 3. So I put 10 on that, 160. Paolo was plus 110 last night. So I won $21 off that one. I just threw $10 on both because I was like, hell, if I win, it's $81. If I lose, whatever, it's $20. Whatever, it's worth a shot. And part of me was like, well, yeah, I feel like that's obvious. Like, Banchero to me was, if you didn't like Chet, Banchero was the pick. Chet could end up being the best player in this draft. It's just he's more of a question mark, I guess, right? It's scarier to take Chet because it is a higher risk. But, I mean, then again, Kevin Durant was, right? Like, Greg Oden was a sure one. He was like the sure guy because he's a 7-foot guy, a big that you can trust. Well, kind of trust, I guess. And KD was just the skinny wing who, could score shoot, but we didn't. He was thin. So I don't know. And obviously defensive liability too. So we'll see. But Banchero was, I think, the safest pick that Orlando could have made.
Yeah, so I mean, they get him there, kind of like that Aaron Gordon replacement. They get that wing guy to come back and kind of take over there. Chet Holmgren obviously going to OKC number 2. Jabari Smith going 3 to Houston. Keegan Murray going 4 to Sacramento. Jaden Ivey, as I mentioned, going to Detroit. And then Ben Mathurin going to Arizona. I'm not going to look at Twitter because I don't want to see the spoilers, because you have like Woj and them doing their cryptic tweets of, I'm hearing that Paolo Banchero is moving very quickly to possibly being number 1 pick, and it's like, just say he's in it.
Well, it's crazy because when that happened last night, there was nothing. All of a sudden, the sportsbook started moving. It was wild, and it's like, I wonder how they're getting that information. Like, who's telling them? Like, are they like, hey, Woj, can you tell us before? You know what I mean? Like, I wonder how that's working, because they obviously knew last night. But then it changed, because this morning it was back to Smith being a massive favorite. Because I remember waking up, I'm like, oh man, I got screwed, thanks Matt. Right? So I was like, what the hell? But yeah, and all of a sudden, like maybe around 5, it just flipped. 5:30, it just, for whatever reason, Matt Moore was like, it's happening again in all caps. And I don't know what happened from last night to the morning to an hour before the draft. That Orlando must have been just like, they must have just chose an hour and a half ago. Like, they must have just like, all right, screw it, we're gonna go with Banchero and pray that he ends up being better than Smith.
Yeah, and I mean, we'll see if he works out, but they have a nice young crop of talent there. I mean, Jonathan Isaac coming back off of injury. It's a young team, so they should be fun to watch. Portland is on the clock right now at number 7. Portland making a huge splash yesterday, trading for Jeremy Grant. Interesting. Guess he's fine not being the guy anymore.
I thought that was for pick 7, and I was like, man, they basically got Grant for free almost. I mean, it was like nothing. It was like, all right, what are you doing, Detroit? But good for Portland, I guess.
I don't think that's a move that necessarily puts them over the top of anybody. I think that puts them back into playoff contention for sure.
Yeah.
But as far as like being, are they better than the Nuggets when fully healthy? I don't believe so. Are they better than Golden State, those teams? I don't think so.
No, but I mean, they could always trade number 7 for someone else and a couple more first-round picks and get, let's say they get Ben Simmons, or hell, let's say they get KD. I mean, the Nets are imploding right now. I don't know if you've been seeing Twitter and what's going on with the Nets, but all of a sudden Kyrie gave a list of teams that he wants to go to. I meant to look and I never saw that list. If it was announced or not.
It's like the Lakers, the Knicks, like those type of teams, I believe.
Okay. But if he does leave, all of a sudden KD's like, all right, well, I want out. All of a sudden Portland has, whoever they take at 7, and they're like, all right, well, we got a bunch of firsts here, all right? So we'll see. I think that's the one big thing this offseason to look out for. Is where does because if Kyrie goes to the Lakers and joins AD and LeBron, if they don't have to give up Anthony Davis and they get Kyrie, all of a sudden they're a top 3 team in the West. I mean, I really do believe that LeBron can get Kyrie to, focus. So I don't know, that's scary. And then all of a sudden Portland gets KD, then it's like, well, I mean, the Nuggets there's a lot of competition all of a sudden in the West.
Yeah, and Portland is making their pick right now. Now, this doesn't mean that they're going to keep this person. I mean, we've seen with the NBA, I mean, the Nuggets selected Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell both ended up being traded, even though they had the Nuggets hat on. We saw that with Bol Bol. I believe he was drafted by either Miami or Portland, and then he was traded to the Nuggets. So it looks like they take Shaedon Sharpe.
Yeah, Shaedon Sharpe. I like Shaedon Sharpe a lot.
Now, he looks like a big guard.
Yeah, he's 6'6".
Okay, I was gonna say yeah, he's a big boy. Interesting. I wonder if they keep because they're kind of. I mean, maybe what is he a 2? Is he a combo? Because I mean, they don't have CJ anymore.
He's a
They have
2.
Anthony Simons.
He's a solid 2. In Kentucky. Oh, you know what? He didn't play for Kentucky, so I don't know what happened, but he couldn't play. But he was the #1 recruit in last year's class. But he did not play for Kentucky. He has a chance of being really, really good. Nike EYBL averaged 22.6 points per game, 5.8 rebounds, 2.7 assists. He's very good. I forgot about him. I mean, look, in 20 years, if we're looking back at this draft, like he could be one of the elite guys coming out of this class. Just no one knows about him because he didn't play.
Yeah, and I mean, looking at him, it looks like he's a scorer, 6'5", 198, not a like overly strong-looking guy. Got a slim build, but it looks like he can put the ball into the basket. Big guard.
He's another
that can start alongside Damian.
He's another Canadian too.
Thank you, Kevin. I'm with
Born in London, London, Canada. I don't know that was place.
Now that you know where you'll start your NBA career, what should the folks in Portland
London,
get ready?
Canada.
Yeah, I mean, he looks like a smooth scorer too. Hold on, I'm gonna let these crying
for a
dogs
year.
out.
But you know, I can't wait to get started. And it's gonna be a ride for real.
Yeah, I didn't do a lot of research on him, so.
Just a little bit. When did you realize that your son has the potential
Let's
to be
see,
here and realize his
6'6".
Oh, from a young age, he had it all. He had the determination. Through God's blessing and grace and faith.
Trying to get like a scouting
he
report
accomplished
on him.
everything he wanted to accomplish.
So it looks like for
You saying
Shaden,
that you wanted to be the greatest basketball player ever. You talked to me a little bit about
Oh,
confidence.
multiple
Now you
Canadian
start at the bottom of the
players
totem pole.
drafted in the
Where's your
lottery.
confidence as you start
Okay,
this
so the
journey?
Benedict guy, the Thurin, who
My
went to
confidence is still, you know,
Indiana.
at the highest right now. I mean,
He was also
I'm coming into the league as a young
I don't know.
kid.
That's an interesting one because
I
you have
just wanna
Josh
show
Hart
everybody,
there.
what I could do for real. So
You
Well,
have
you're
now
gonna have
Jeremy
that
Grant, but obviously
opportunity.
he's
Shaden
not
and the
guard.
Sharp family,
wing.
I mean, this is, I think, what they needed. Because now if you throw out a lineup of Dame,
just 24
Sharp,
days ago, his favorite player was Kobe.
Grant,
The young man could do it all. It's just
you have
we haven't
Nurkic
seen a
still,
lot of him on the floor.
right? Or is he a free agent?
He is
I
free
don't know who they have at the 4 right now. He looks good though. I mean, watching some highlights on ESPN, he looks good.
Someone that we can look back and be like, wow, he could have gone higher, but circumstances changed that.
Today, it felt like you just described the guy that's joining us on the set
Oh,
right
they
now.
have Eric
That is the
Bledsoe.
#1 pick overall.
No mystery here.
No mystery. Well, you know, it was a mystery for a lot of people,
don't know.
including Paolo yourself.
Elgin
on who was going
Blevins,
#1. When did
Ray
you
Brown
find out that the
III,
Magic were
Chris
going to take you
Dunn.
#1?
yeah, you know,
TJ
so
Ellaby,
5 minutes
Drew
before, you know, they
Eubanks,
were on the
Josh
clock,
Hart,
my
Elijah
agent just told me,
Hughes,
you know,
Joe
be ready
Ingles.
for
I forgot
anything,
Joe
you know.
Ingles.
He wasn't sure
He
about anything,
tore
but he
his
told me
ACL,
be
so
ready.
Yeah, he plays.
And then
anytime
probably
soon.
like 20, 30 seconds before
Keon
the commissioner,
Johnson,
you know, walked out to announce the
Nasir
pick.
Little,
You know, he looked at me and
Didi
said,
Louzada,
congratulations. So,
Ben
that's how it happened.
McLemore,
So as
Jason
the #1
Nurkic,
pick,
but
as
I
the
think
face
he is
of
a
a
free agent.
franchise,
Reggie
so
Perry,
many times
Anthony
people are gonna
Simons,
talk about things that happen
Justice
on
Winslow,
the
Cody
floor.
Zeller,
But I believe one of
just
the
a couple other
reasons
guys
why
that
you
maybe
went #1
probably
is the
everyone's
things
heard
you're
of.
gonna bring off the floor and in the locker room.
Definitely not a
Talk about
championship
that
roster.
side of what you plan on bringing to the table.
Probably a team that's
Yeah, I
competing
mean,
for the
I just feel like,
play-in,
you
or
know, I'm a
maybe
great
one of
leader,
those.
and I don't force it upon
bottom
anybody. You know,
seeds.
I'm just a guy who's gonna get along with all the
So
guys,
comparison
but
for
also have
Shaden
a
Sharp
competitive
is
mindset
Paul George
and,
slash
winning
CJ
attitude, be a
McCollum
competitive
hybrid.
mindset, but also, you know, work with my teammates and you know, pick their brains and you know, just try and be the best leader I can be.
You watch the league, you've seen what
Maybe
this is
he's
all
got
about.
the scoring
and you knew
ability
what
of
you were
CJ
entering
McCollum,
into.
just in
What
Paul
do
George's.
you expect
Someone also
of
compared him to
yourself
Anthony
your
Edwards.
first year in the
I like
National
that.
Basketball Association?
Just watching
I
those
expect that
few
from him.
highlights,
You know, I expect to,
he's a bit
you know,
bigger
come out
than
there and show what I can do. It's gonna be
Edwards.
ups and
Edwards, I think,
downs,
is
you know, it ain't always gonna be
6'4".
pretty.
Yeah,
But
Edwards
you know,
is
I'm gonna come in.
definitely
I'm gonna do what
Yeah,
I do.
yeah,
And
yeah.
so I'm confident in that, and I'm ready
Yeah, I mean, he's
to
a
get
flat
out
out
there.
scorer, and I think that's exactly what Portland needs.
I mean, they got a couple defenders there in Jeremy Grant now. And then
Here's
you
the
get
problem though, how old is Dame? Because by the time we talk about how there's an age, there's an age where things click for these guys, right? Now, unless you're Luka or
Picking number
LeBron,
8 overall, let's go to the Commissioner Adams.
that doesn't matter. Like it's like
The stage.
for them, it's like 20, 21, 22. They immediately.
With the 8th pick,
Dame will be 32
2022 NBA
next month,
Draft, the New Orleans Pelicans select Dyson Daniels.
Wow, that's even higher than I thought.
That's the name we talked about for the
And
Nuggets.
the NBA
Yep.
G
We
League
saw there.
team Ignite.
Now, obviously, he went way higher, but was he a part of that Ignite team that nobody
Yeah.
on there could shoot except for one guy?
So the Ignite, I found this out. The Ignite are only so all the players that go from high school to the G League, they get put on the Ignite.
Guys, big congratulations, my boy.
Makes sense.
Which is why
proud of everything
no one
you've
can
done
shoot.
over the last 12, 24
Everybody can shoot.
months.
Everybody's athletic.
Going back to Portland, here's my issue. And I kind of said this with Phoenix, but it was a little bit different. By the time Shaden Sharp gets to that level of being able to be even the second best player on the championship team, Dame's going to be out of his prime. I mean, best case scenario, Shaden Sharp is an all-star level player in 3 years.
That guy we just heard from.
Probably. Best case scenario. By then, Dame is 34, 35. It's too late. That's why I said, like, it doesn't make sense for Portland. They look, you could have traded Dame, and you could have gotten another top 10 pick.
Yeah.
Or
if
you
they
could
would
have totally reset.
They should have. They should have traded that pick.
I played that growing up to like 14.
Now we don't know if they could have gotten anything or what the talks were if they were.
I don't think they could have really gotten it. I think the best way for them to do it was to trade Dame.
For me, it was a tough decision, choosing basketball. Football.
I think that would have been the best option.
But
Like,
Because he's gonna be 32 next month.
Yeah, I mean, you could have got a deal, maybe a 3-team deal, or maybe send Dame to the Knicks. All of a sudden, you have pick 11, a couple other firsts for the next couple of years, and go from there. You could have had Shaden Sharp and whoever at 11.
Man,
There's your future.
My heart just dropped. Like I'm just so.
You know, sign and trade Nurkic.
My name called and
Like,
Pelican, man. There's no better place.
I don't know.
So,
You could have still went and got Jeremy Grant.
But yeah, like this is crazy for real.
I don't know. I get you don't want to give up your superstar, but at the same time,
What can folks expect from him
like,
when he enters his NBA career?
it just the likelihood of Shaden Sharp, because I don't think Dame can lead them to the championship. I don't think he can be the best player on the championship team.
Your background
At this point.
includes rugby, physical
32,
How does that help
like
you
it's like
with
on
the
the
game of
edge.
basketball?
And even then, I don't think, other than Steph, because I think he's the exception, I don't think your best player can be a point guard in this league, to winning the championship. So, and I've always said that. I mean, it's been like that since, well, the last small player to be the best player on a championship team was Isaiah Thomas. It was in 89, 90. Wait, it's been 30 years.
Allen Iverson.
They didn't win.
Monica, thank you.
They didn't
Ricky
win.
played college hoops for NC State.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of teams have made it with that guy. I mean, I can argue that this last championship for Golden State was their first with Steph being the best player on the team.
Oh, yes.
Legitly, because the first one, they got, I mean, LeBron was by himself, Kyrie and Kevin Love were out, and the next two, obviously, KD was best player. So, it's hard to win a championship with your best player being a point guard, at least a small guard, right? If he's a point guard, but he's, 6'8", that's fine. I don't know, I think it's super difficult. So, you could have, Portland could have fleeced the Knicks.
If you're a random NBA fan,
I don't know. I really don't get holding on to your superstars that are aging and aren't. I just don't think if he was capable of doing it, they would have gotten there already.
I mean, I think it's a little bit harder for a smaller market team like Portland.
They'll do the draft.
Yeah, but I mean, that's
Well, it's the only way to do it.
yeah. Well, I mean, I agree with you. But I mean, that could be some of it too. I mean, they're going to be sold too. As well. Did you see that?
This season, and
Their owner's
particularly in the
going to
postseason.
sell them.
And
She was a part of the Paul
attributes he
Allen.
brings to the table,
They own the
when
Seahawks
they
as well, and then
questioning your shooting ability
believe they-
against
did they
the
sell
teams
Seahawks?
that
No, they
you'll be
haven't.
facing in the Western Conference,
But
that's a potential
they will.
They're
liability.
going to
I
sell the
love his
Blazers.
game.
So
love
I don't
him,
know.
and
It
think
could be
he's
one of
gonna
those
do
things
fine
where
on
they
the
want to
NBA
keep at
level.
least
I'm just
some,
saying, with Zion
like a face of the
Williamson
franchise.
coming
But I
back,
agree with you. I
what we
think
got with CJ
Portland's in that
McCollum,
weird
Brandon
spot
Ingram and these
where
boys, I know you
they're
need
kind of in
defense,
a rock
but
and a
I
hard
want
place.
a guy
Like,
that's a
everybody
playmaker with
in
that
the
passing
West
ability
has
to be
passed
able to
them
be
up.
trustworthy from the perimeter.
So,
Got you.
I mean, I
Player
think their
development
window
of Willie Green, a team that
was a couple
lost
years
11
ago
games
when they
early.
beat the
You
Nuggets
saw what happened with
in
Herb
that
Jones.
second
You saw
round. Like, that was their
what he
time.
was able to
And then
do.
they got
And again,
to
when you
Western
bring back a
Conference
player
Finals.
like
They got
that,
swept.
State.
that's going to make a
And they were
player
up
like
in each game by like double digits, if I'm not mistaken, each game. And then they lost all 4 games. That was their window. And they probably waited a little bit too long to blow up.
I want you to be able to shoot. Now, again, I love him, and I trust Willie Green. You're right. I'm just saying, looking at his game right now, I want him to improve that shit.
The thing you got to also do in the West is defend, and that's something he's going to be able to do at his position.
But listen, the wild card is Zion Williamson, regardless of talking about the Pelicans. Will he play, and how long will he play, right? Staying on the floor for more than 50. A point guard who is a threat from the perimeter opens up a boatload of opportunities for you, especially if you're New Orleans. I think fully healthy, these guys could challenge in the West. That's how high I am on the job that David Griffin and Willie Green have done.
You mentioned the G League, by the way. Daniel's third player drafted in the top 10 from the G League Ignite. By the way, Jalen Green and then Jonathan Kuminga going to the Warriors. Go in the top 10.
Hardy to go next.
Yes, we will see how that plays out. We could see potential 3 G Leaguers taken in the first round. I hear that the pick is in by the San Antonio Spurs. We will get to them, of course, because one of the conversations we've heard recently, especially with rumors, is DeJounte Murray and the asking price for the Spurs.
We
get to that
have
story
the
as it
Spurs
continues.
pick.
Oh, and we're not going to
Let me
sleep
go
on Kyrie
through all the
Irving and
guys
what
who
we're
picked
hearing
in. So
about
we
him
had
in his own house.
Banchero from
When he
Duke.
does
You had
play,
Chet
we'll get to
Holmgren.
that. And
Gonzaga,
keep in
Jabari
mind
Smith
that the
from
Knicks are
Auburn
still
going to
2
Houston.
picks
Keegan
away.
Murray
Stephen
going
A.
to
Oh, my goodness.
Sacramento.
Let me put my seatbelt on.
Benedict,
really
or no, Jaden Ivey going to Detroit and Purdue. Then you had the Benedict Mathurin guy from Arizona. He goes to Indiana at 6. 7, you have Shaedon Sharpe going to Portland. And then at number 8, you had Dyson Daniels going to New Orleans, which, I mean, they're doing something out there.
Well, they
In New Orleans.
playoff games.
Like, they're doing something.
Okay.
Another 3-and-D guy. I mean, they'll have defenders, that's for sure. I mean, Herb Jones emerged as a guy who can defend. And then you pair that with the scoring of Brandon Ingram, CJ McCollum, if Zion can stay healthy. They might be the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Is that swag? They better not blow this again. They better not blow this again.
Even then.
Again, he has been through heartbreak so much over the last 3 decades. Pick is in with San Antonio. Let's go to the commissioner.
But, I mean, that is, I would say
with the 9th pick in the 2022 NBA Draft, the San Antonio
Jeremy
Spurs select Jeremy Sohan from Milton Keynes, England, and Baylor University.
From Baylor.
Which pick is this? 9 is the 9th pick. And Sohan going there. Second Baylor freshman ever drafted. And the first Baylor freshman drafted in the first round of the common draft era. We're talking about a young man who brings the flair.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, 9.2 points per game,
you can see it with the fits and the hair.
Yeah, brings the flair and brings the hair. I love it.
Every single
Scream
time
memorable.
he's out on the floor, I get flashbacks.
Big dude, though.
Dennis Rodman
looks
in the 90s.
like the modern.
What's going to be the hair color? And he likes doing
Loves
that.
to
And it's
change
like
his hair color a
competitive
lot.
gene. That similarity there.
See there.
Sohan is only 19 years old, lived
Quincy
around
Miller.
the world. As we get to
There's a name for
know
you.
the Big 12 Sixth Man of the Year, we learn that being yourself is always good enough.
AJ Griffin, please drop. If Griffin, I think for the Nuggets, if there's a...
I like to call myself a citizen of the world. My mom's Polish, my dad's American. I was born in Oklahoma, in the middle of nowhere. I left when I was 2, lived in England most of my life, played in Germany, played in Poland, all over Europe. I definitely miss a lot of food from back home. Some types of Polish food I miss is like pierogies, like dumplings. And then like a full English breakfast I haven't had in ages. I always used to tell my mom I'm gonna dye my hair, and she just told me to wait until I was like 18. We've had a blonde afro, blue afro, grayish short hair, pink, green. I'm trying to show people that you can be yourself, be confident with yourself.
Malarkey.
Sohan is joined by his mom, Annetta. Sohan, you walked over and said, "This is crazy. Talk to me. Why is it crazy?"
I'm not gonna lie, my heart was racing so fast. I mean, I'm so happy, and it's just such a blessing. You know, I have no words.
Well, a big part of you getting here is your experience with the Polish national team. How has
Keep
that
an eye on this
prepared you
pick,
for your NBA career?
because
I think, you know, I was playing
Washington
with men, so I think that really helped me. I was in a pro
one of the
environment,
teams that has
and I think they just gave me a lot of
rumored to have
advice, and
some
you know, a
Monte
lot of them
Morris.
have been in this situation already.
So,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you
Sohan,
get 10.
congratulations. Mom, Annetta, congratulations. We got to go back upstairs together.
Remember, they don't have future.
By the way, Monica, Annetta was a point guard. She played Polish basketball. That's a theme here. Parents playing
I don't think you
basketball
get
and
10,
sharing the
but-
experience with their children. Wizards are on the
I
clock.
just saw Washington, and I was like, oh, hey, keep an eye on them.
I think Charlotte is the Monte Morris. If I had to bet, I think
Do you rumor that Charlotte?
it makes sense. They need a backup point guard down the wall. Just makes sense. Having a leader like that would be perfect for Charlotte.
Oh wow. The future
And
is
they have two
what's
picks,
ahead of us?
right where the
I don't get it.
right
Yeah.
where it's like perfect, 13 and 15.
Maybe this will help.
I
So
think
now
that's
we're in the present,
if
and now
Pray AJ Griffin is there.
we're in the future.
Wasn't Griffin the
all-electric
scorer?
Chevy Bolt EUV with available Super Cruise for hands-free
I
driving.
think that's like a great pick for the Nuggets.
Do fish fit
I think
thirsty?
that's a great pick
Find
for the
new
Nuggets.
answers. Find new roads. Chevrolet.
Attention, boys.
He's 6'6",
Millions
so
of
he
AT&T
slots
and
in as
Verizon
your
customers
two
are
guard.
suffering from unexpected price hikes and economic adjustment
You
charges.
could always use more
But there is a
scoring.
solution. Right now,
But you
when
don't
you
need
switch
it.
your
And
family
trust
to
Malone to
T-Mobile
get his
Magenta
defense
Max,
right.
you can get up to $1,000. And you'll get T-Mobile's
Oh
price
my
lock guarantee.
gosh,
They
I'm
won't raise the
telling
rates
you,
of your
you're gonna
rent
regret
plan
this.
ever. Because you are entitled
I
to
regret it.
more.
No.
If you've been impacted,
No.
You're not right.
you may be eligible to
You're gonna
receive
be
up to
wrong on this
$1,000 from
You're
T-Mobile.
wrong on
And you
this
should
one.
listen
AJ
to me.
Griffin,
I'm
AJ
a British
Griffin's really
actor.
good.
If they get, I'm not doubting you. Good. I'm just saying they need somebody who can play defense outside of Aaron Gordon.
No one was saying that Tatum could play defense.
Game 5 tomorrow on ABC and ESPN Plus.
Like a Tatum Scout.
Look,
Presenting
I'm
Kia's
just-
lineup of exceptionally
he's a
capable,
40
available all-wheel drive
man. He is-
SUVs, backed by a 10-year,
he's a
100,000-mile
special-
warranty.
I think I'm
gotta
shocked.
fall
I'm
first.
2.9%
shocked
APR
that
for up
he's
to
qualified,
48 months on
that
the
he
purchase of
wasn't
a
top
new
10.
2022
I can't
Sorento.
believe he's not a top 10 pick.
There's
The
really
Spurs
only
should have
one
took
number
him.
that matters in sports. The number
I think
one.
Milan's got the,
That's why
got the right
FanDuel
guy,
built the
but I would
number
take
one
AJ
rated
Griffin over Dice
sportsbook
Daniels if
app
I'm
with the most
starting a
popular
new team.
parlays and faster payouts.
I think
With winnings hitting your bank account in as little as 2 hours. So if you want the best, the best. FanDuel, America's number one sportsbook. Right now, new customers can
Better
get
than two of the
100% deposit match up to
And he's
$250 on free bets.
And if he goes 10 minutes, so bad.
The real question is,
Yes, it's true.
who's going to get drafted
We've all
during a
gone to
quesarito
McDonald's and
commercial?
ordered hot coffee
That
on a
is
hot day,
that is what
an
I
iced
would like
coffee
to
on
see.
a
Did you
cold
hear
day.
the rumors of obviously
human
it didn't
mind
happen,
is a
but
mystery.
Nikola Jovic was rumored to go top 10 all of a sudden.
We like mysteries.
Just like someone
Get your $1
which I
any
think was
size
the
hot
first.
coffee with caramel, paired with a sausage
they're
McMuffin.
foreign players.
Right now,
They
buy
have
one
to
sausage
support.
McMuffin and get another one for just
I think that was
$1.
the team. I think that's why someone was
Presenting
top 10.
Kia's lineup of
They
exceptionally
probably were
capable,
figuring out
available
the same
all-wheel
money
drive
that they
SUVs, backed by
Speaking
a
of
10-year,
Nikola,
100,000-mile
our
warranty.
Nikola, did you
Get
hear that he was
2.9% APR for up to 48 months on the purchase of a
what's the
new
word?
2022 Sorento.
what's the word? Why am I blanking? He was pushing for the other Serbian guy to be to come to Denver.
2022 NBA
Like,
draft
the Nuggets have been
continues
rumored
here
with this.
on
I'm
ABC
spaced on his
as
name.
we're
too.
looking
It's
at
like
the skyline, New York City,
something with a
Brooklyn,
C
New
in
York
it
to be
now.
exact,
I know that
inside the
much.
Barclays Center.
Um,
So far,
no,
10 picks
but apparently Nikola has been
Well,
trying
the Wizards
to
are
push
right
for the
now
Nuggets to
on the clock, and it looks
trade
like
for
they're
him
gonna be
because OKC
picking,
has
and
his
then
rights.
at 11
Oh my God!
sits
Look
the
at the
New
big fella
York
doing
Knicks.
some
Looking forward to how the crowd
some
responds. Sellout
lobby.
crowd. One of the hottest tickets. How about the average price $150 earlier this week? It was hard to get any tickets here at the Barclays as Stephen A. Smith is staring me down as we are waiting for the Knicks in a matter of minutes. Right now, though, it's the Washington Wizards, and here's the commissioner, Adam Silver, at the podium.
I wish they got this kid out me.
55% from the field, 44%
With
from
the
three,
10th pick
from
in the
free throw line.
2022 NBA Draft.
That's the guy from the Taco Bell commercial. He's an actual real player.
Johnny Davis from the University of Wisconsin.
Damn.
He's a real player.
That's who I wanted them to get.
And you're going to miss Johnny Davis.
That's the guy in the Taco Bell commercial. When they're doing the NBA draft.
Commercial already this week.
I thought it was a made-up player. He's an actual real guy.
The Taco Bell commercial where he wears,
That's the guy from the Taco Bell commercial. I've seen him.
Johnny Davis, a
He's
twin
an actual
brother,
real
Johnny and
player.
Jordan. We get to know him. Turns out that Davis' toughness was based on experience from an entirely different sport.
Listen,
I gotta go get this guy.
if you are in a Taco Bell commercial or something happens with the draft and you're in a Taco Bell commercial, you're an automatic star.
Our biggest fear is
So
snakes.
this guy,
I
future Hall of Fame.
Can you imagine?
My twin brother's name is Jordan Davis. He
Holy
plays at the
crap.
University of Wisconsin too. I have a younger brother and sister, Maxwell and Samantha, who are 14. Having a lot of twins means I don't have to remember.
I'm telling you, I thought that was a
so
made-up player.
Yeah,
that's
I
good.
did too.
I played quarterback in high
He's an
school.
actual
My
guy.
offensive line
Are we
wasn't
sure
really
this
that
isn't
good,
an
so
ad? Is this an
I
ad?
had to kind of run a lot, and I feel like
Did
that's
Taco
where I
Bell just
got
buy a
most of my
spot
physicality from.
here?
Is
Is this
definitely
all
football.
like? Is this all?
By the way, he also has a younger brother and sister who are also twins, Maxwell and Samantha. Johnny Davis feeling really good going to Washington. Monica McNutt standing by. Hey, Monica.
Hey, Kevin. Johnny just sat down. His mom, Sarah's
Obviously.
joining us.
Yeah, I gotta
Dad,
talk
Mark,
about
sitting down. All right, Johnny.
Rebounding, defensive
You led
versatility,
Wisconsin in
all-around
points and rebounds. You've achieved a dream, but you're already thinking about what you can do for the Wizards. What will you bring?
Definitely a defensive mindset. You know, you can never control if the ball goes in the basket or not. So I think you can always control your effort and intensity. And on top of that, just three-level scoring. I think I can get to the rim or shoot from outside.
Mom, Sarah, what parents, both of you guys, what your son just got drafted. What's going through your mind?
My heart is racing.
I almost cried.
I have tissues if you need.
No, but just so excited for him. All the hard work he's been through is finally paying off. So, dream come true.
Indeed, a dream come true, Johnny. I know you've had an opportunity to act this out. You actually did it tonight. What's going to be the first thing you do in terms of celebrating this moment before the hard work begins?
I got some family up in the stands right now, so as soon as I'm done with the media circuit, I'm going to make sure to go say what's up to them and see how proud of them they are.
Well, also make sure you get a really good dinner tonight because you have earned it. Kevin, back to you. Congratulations, Johnny.
Thank you. First Wisconsin underclassman to be drafted in the first round in the common draft era. We're talking about a first-team All-American. How about 612 points in his sophomore season?
We might as well call tonight the Ignite or the Big Ten Invitational. Got a chance to see him up close as well. Can jump off of both feet and score. Can shoot with both hands. Has a mid-range game. He mentioned being a three-level scorer. And he's extremely versatile. Plays at his own pace. Terrific for the Washington Wizards.
You know, really wanted this pick because the Knicks are on the clock. Who's that? The guy sitting to your right. And if you get a guy sitting in his line, they're to count.
This guy can slide in and beat that guy.
Sure, who's counseling?
Well, y'all going to regret not getting that guy. You're right, Steve.
Rely on him to average 20 a game.
This is who I wanted. It happened again. It happened again.
13
I
points a
wanted
game
Steph Curry and he got picked a pick earlier.
We know he's already
I wanted
efficient.
Zion and he
Imagine
got
playing with
picked
Nikola
2 picks earlier. And now here we are again. It's not the same magnitude.
Ball Murray, AJ
How do you feel,
Griffin,
Spike?
MPJ,
I mean, what are we going to do with the Knicks now, Spike? What are we looking for?
At that point.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
I'm telling you, you should go get AJ Griffin.
I mean, that's all. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Let's get it right. Lord have mercy.
They have the last 30 years. It's going to be a great pick for Nick. The Knicks should absolutely
This is what I'm saying. And you know what hurts my heart,
Just
Kevin,
because
as a
you said that the
former
Knicks will
Pacer
not
in
take
the
him,
Hicks versus Knicks days.
I'll take somebody
when
that
Spike
nobody's
has to
ever
come
heard
to
of.
Nets playoff
OKC
games
won't be stupid.
because the Knicks not even making the playoffs.
Mike, what do you have to say? I feel bad for you. Where do the Knicks go from here, man? Are you Ty Washington out of Kentucky? I mean, what do you want? What do you need? A guard, a center? What do you need? Somebody to help us. Somebody?
Malachi?
A rim protector? You want a shot blocker? Shot blocker? Somebody. Somebody to help us. Anybody. Somebody help us.
Stephen, you've been glass half empty. Spike, you've always been glass half full.
Man, they're going all in on those white, tall, lanky guys. Poku,
1970. I was 13 years old. How was that the Will Smith game?
Pick is in. Here's the commitment. Great to have you that game.
That is something. Here we go.
Here we are.
With the 11th pick in the 2022 NBA Draft, the New York Knicks select Ousmane Dieng from Bordeaux, France.
Is this the guy?
I will tell you this, Stephen A. Spike. He's been labeled with untapped potential. A Frenchman, 6'10", 205 pounds, trained with Paul George. He looks up to Paul George. He models his game after Kevin Durant.
And I will say this as well. You may look at the numbers. They don't tell the whole story. He's 6'10", with a handle, a good feel for the game and for his teammates.
All of these things are going to... AJ
Spike, you ever heard of him?
No! I've never heard anything about him.
Really high on AJ
Appreciate the expertise. He's a sleeper. He's a sleeper. That's what Phil Jackson told us about Frank Ntilikina. He was very sensitive with Donovan Mitchell. Okay, wait. We're here to bring you some news. Woj is reporting this pick is going to Oklahoma City.
Defense is a lot about defense.
Well, we don't know yet, because remember, Oklahoma City is scheduled to pick 12. So we will see potentially this is a pick swap, and you guys get something else. I'm not speculating, but this right now, as a Knick, this is Dieng's highlight now. He played in the NBL Next Stars program. That's a program, of course, that featured LaMelo Ball, Josh Giddey, RJ Hampton. With the New Zealand Breakers, Dieng averaged 9 points and 3 rebounds. I can't even do this. I can't with these two guys staring at me.
He was a wing. He actually he'd be good in this era of basketball.
They put his stat line versus Melo during that playoffs. You remember Melo had like 40-something points and he had like 2 points.
Thank you, Kevin. I am with Ousmane and his dad, who goes by the nickname Magic.
Yeah, my nickname is Magic.
Ousmane, there's some reporting that you may not start your career in New York, but your NBA career is indeed starting. You have tremendous international experience. The program that you came from built the likes of Tony Parker and Boris Diaw. What are you bringing to the league?
I mean, that's amazing. First of all, I'm so excited to start my journey.
You have the size.
Yeah, that's crazy. I was at In7 Paris, so that's from Boris and Tony, so that's great.
Dad, as you watch your son achieve his dreams and now come to the States to continue to play basketball, how proud of him are you?
I'm very proud for what we think. He worked very hard. In so many times to
go back and look at his tools. I think he was probably a good defender.
I'm very proud of him. I'm very proud.
Our Adrian Wojnarowski Ousmane is reporting that you're headed to Oklahoma City, a team that has a lot of young guys. Either way, just in general, how will you begin this journey as far as your work ethic?
That will be good. I'm ready to work.
Jason Tatum, this was
tomorrow. OKC is a young team, so that will be good. There is a French guy, Theo Maledon, so that will be super fun.
Outstanding. Can you cook?
A little bit.
Okay, I hope you bring your American teammates some French cuisine. Congratulations, Ousmane. Congratulations, Dad Magic. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you.
Monica, thank you so much. We will, of course, give you the information when it comes in, as Monica referred to Woj's story and that report that Oklahoma City using that 11th pick for the Knicks. We'll see if that switches. Let's talk about the 5th pick in the draft.
Let's do that.
Yes.
Yeah, let's do that.
Was all
let's do that.
Jalen Rose when the Pistons had Jaden Ivey just basically fall in their lap. Jaden, emotional process for you. You've had a few minutes to process this going from Notre Dame, Midwest to Detroit. What's that like?
It's amazing. I'm so happy to be a Piston. I'm so happy
happy. My grandfather actually played for the Detroit Lions. You know, I had family ties in Detroit. My dad was from Detroit. Grandma still currently lives in Detroit. So, you know, I'm just looking forward to this opportunity.
I don't have any question here. I want to say this because I'm going to pass it to my man, Jalen Rose. Once again, Jalen Rose has beaten me at basketball. He got the player that I wanted for the Knicks. I knew I had no chance, but I was praying that the New York Knicks would be up just to get you.
Oh, I see you praying with
That's exactly what I was wishing for. My defense, go ahead. I know that. I can pray. I can pray, damn it. Go ahead, man.
Welcome to Detroit as a Piston. Like, you're such a welcome addition off the floor as
James
well.
Harden's
Just watching you
defense is
progress in the
your
Big
controller
Ten and your
just died, and you
maturity.
need to get new
How from
batteries.
season to season you improved your points,
So-
your rebounds, assists, your field goal percentage, and your three-point percentage. The sky's the limit for your potential.
What's
We
his
ride or
wingspan?
die for our team. And if grandma live in the city,
6 man.
I just want to get invited for a home cooking. That's it.
Hey, she can cook now.
That's it.
She can cook.
How long are his?
But in
I
all
almost said
seriousness, we're going
wings.
to welcome
How
you
long
with
are his
open
arms?
arms. Congratulations.
I appreciate it.
And Jaden, I mean, we've talked about it. Your mom being the head coach of Notre Dame women's basketball, whole
Go to,
generation of women supers rooting for you, happy for you. I love the tears. It's not weak.
She has a
it's work.
negative wingspan.
What did your mom tell you right after you got drafted?
100%.
She was so proud of me. She was so proud of me. I
About
was there when
75% out
she,
right now.
took the head coaching job at Notre Dame, and
But
you know,
if
now
he's
she's here,
6'6",
you know,
he's got
watching
like
me
a
get drafted
6'9"
in the league tonight,
wingspan.
So, you know, it's just special.
The idea of joining Cade Cunningham in that backcourt, what's your first thought?
Different.
After
Special.
saving.
You know, to play with a guy like
The
Cade,
collective
you know, he
weight
wants to
of
win,
OKC's team is probably 10.
good pieces, and I think we can compete.
They have all
That's the question
skill.
mark I had because I know what Cade Cunningham brings to the table. I have no doubt
Like,
what he brings to
Bol
the
Bol would be
table.
perfect.
I'm thinking, am I beyond this? I'm thinking D-Wade.
Give them all
I'm thinking that
tall,
kind of stuff. I mean, when you look
scrawny
at your game and what you're going to bring to the next level, particularly to play with Cade, how do you see yourself fitting in that regard?
Yeah, you know, I think I can play on the ball or off the ball, whatever you know the coaches need me to do. You know, I've played on the ball or somewhat as a
Deny that.
so I'm kind of familiar with that. So you know, whatever the coach needs me to do, I'm gonna do.
Maybe
And
they don't
also,
have to.
Sadiq Bey had a 50-point game this year. I love the addition of Marvin Bagley on the interior to go with you, to go with K. Like, the sky's the limit for this team. But I want
If it's
to ask
Wendell
you,
Moore,
what
I
do
will
you
fight.
feel like is something you want to bring to the table from day one?
That defensive presence. I think that's the biggest thing. You know, bringing that defensive energy, you know, to Detroit. And
I like him.
you know, we got to get.
I like
Detroit
you,
back to winning
Wendell.
again, so that's the biggest thing.
I love
What's the
you.
best thing you've learned from your experience at Purdue?
You see a lot of guys who are older, they just drop. No
Just
matter
to be
Age
an
ain't
energetic
nothing
guy.
but a
I
number.
think that I can bring that to the Pistons.
Wendell, we
that's
could go
what
to
I'm gonna do,
Crumbling.
you know, just be an energetic guy and
I'll
give my all
take
every
but
day.
you're pissed,
We all
'cause you're
know
about to
here,
be really
Detroit's a phenomenal basketball town. And the Pistons are beyond excited. Congratulations to you.
What up, though? We're getting some Buffaloes and we out.
I'm happy.
Can I get an
I'm happy.
invite?
Charlotte,
I'm happy for you. Hey, but I wanted you with the Knicks.
This could be the Knicks pick. Oklahoma City right now. Here's the commissioner.
You're gonna be all right.
If Cleveland drops, AJ
With the
drops
12th
past
pick in
Cleveland,
the 2022
Yeah, I don't
NBA
hate
draft,
that.
the
I like
Oklahoma
Jalen
City
Williams, but I
Thunder
wasn't like
select
super high.
Jalen Williams
He
from
wasn't
Santa
my.
Clara University.
He wasn't my like first pick.
Let me get a flick real quick. So I can send it
Score.
to you.
Jalen Williams.
Guy can
First
put it.
prospect drafted from
He'll
Santa
put it in the
Clara since
basket.
Steve Nash was taken.
I mean, you want to talk about
15th overall
measurables?
in the
He's like an
1996
orangutan. He could just
draft.
walk
You talk
around
about
on
a
his arms.
riser in this
essentially.
draft.
I mean, the guy has a
Especially what
7'2"
he did in the
wingspan.
combine and the wingspan. They had to measure his wingspan 12 times at the combine because it's over 7 feet as a guard. It was the longest for a guard. Again, they had to measure it 12 times.
Jalen, another Jalen off the board. Year after year after year now.
Absolutely. It's a common name. Rest in peace to my lovely mother, Jeannie Cassandra Rose.
And by the way, this could be a
How's that
Jalen
humanly
Williams
possible?
that is going to New York City. I'm not making a promise here, Stephen A. We will
There was
find
one
out
time when I was
as
at
Jalen's
one of the
parents
rec
spent
centers out
decades
here,
in the military serving
and
and protecting
I
our
was
country.
so
Now, in
enamored by this
Jalen's
kid.
words,
His
he
arms
explains
were
how
so
his
long.
parents, Ronald and Nicole,
Like
gave
they
him
just like
building blocks.
flopped around past his knees, and I was just like, "What? Are those real?"
I grew up military
This is
family.
what this guy's
They both
like.
served in the Air Force. My dad served for 24 years. My mom served for 12.
They're
my mom was a nurse in the Air
interesting
Force,
team.
and my dad worked on
They-
planes and stuff like that.
they've
I
got
think joining the
something
military
going
is a
on. I
really
don't know what it
selfless act.
is.
Just kind of being aware of other people's needs. I kind of grew up,
Like,
helping people out, doing a lot of charity
look at
work.
their team,
I think my
and
parents,
it's like a
I'm
bunch
just
of
incredibly
like
grateful that they were able to
weird
raise me the way
looking
that they
figures,
did and really take their time
but
with me and my brother.
they could
and my
all like
sister.
turn into something
Just being
really
disciplined in how I
interesting.
carry
mean, you
myself
have
really matters. I feel like that's
Shea,
really stuck with me throughout
Shea,
my,
Gilgeous,
my time here
Alexander,
on this earth.
Poku. I like Josh Giddey.
Talk about Santa Clara, and of course, the first thing that pops up is Steve Nash, two-time NBA
Holmgren, if he turns into something, then you get this guy right here. I mean,
let's go to Monica.
You know what?
And OKC.
Thank you, Kevin. I'm with Jalen. All right, you made some history as far as Santa Clara is concerned. 1996, when Steve Nash got drafted, was the last time that a player from that university was drafted. In terms of legacy, what does that mean to you?
I mean, it's just an honor to, even be in that conversation with him. It's like truly a blessing, kind of a dream come true. I interviewed with Brooklyn and at the Combine, and it was just, a dope experience to even be able to see him and, kind of even to be in the same breath as him is awesome.
You mentioned in your piece that discipline was something that you grew up leaning into from your parents' example. How will that help you as you start your NBA career?
I think just being able to fall back on something, like you said, like discipline and just being able to be confident in who I am, I think will take me a long way.
All right, I got to mention, we didn't get a chance to get your parents here. They're walking a little too slow, taking it in the moment. But if you could say something to them that the national audience could hear as well, what would it be?
Just that I love them, and, I appreciate all the sacrifices that they made
he
for
got
me and my
hurt,
brother
and I think
and my
that's when they
sister.
had
Just
young
to
LaMarcus.
be in this position, I'll never be able to
lose
truly
LaMarcus
repay them for what they
when
did,
David
so
Willis.
I love them to death.
Up on our step,
And
we
you
got
have CJ
the great
McCollum.
Jalen Rose. Do you know
And
if
you
you
just
were
can never get
named
over
after
Collins.
Jalen or how your parents got to your name?
I mean, I wasn't named after him, but they had heard his name, and they kind of stuck, so I mean... Yeah, I'm not going to give him too much credit.
Denver, and it was a late game.
Monica, thank you so much. Look at you, starting that trend, of course. It's amazing, an amazing tribute to your mom with that name and how that it continues to carry out here with NBA players now. And Jalen Williams,
stupid good.
We do want to say
he
this.
was probably
Woj
on
is reporting
Hall of Fame.
the Thunder will send multiple first-round picks to the Knicks, but it's not
He would have easily
this
been one of the
pick.
best two guards.
So Oklahoma City will hold on to this pick with Jalen.
Jay Billis is best available. AJ Griffin, Jalen Duren, Malachi Branham, Mark Williams, Ochai.
We will get more information on the multiple first-round picks that the Knicks have acquired from this trade.
The guy from Kansas.
Direct
I ain't
answer
played
to
in
that,
that
sir, is yes. We didn't need to do that. We didn't need to do that.
That's another guy, too.
Now. By the way,
I'm sure you probably like him.
with Jalen
He was
Williams.
scored.
This past
Defender.
offseason, one of the
Yeah,
things they
manageable.
told him, shoot only threes. Work on that.
You watch
We
the national
saw a
championship?
dramatic increase. He shot 40%.
He was like their best player.
You look at the long arms. He's an immediate impact player here for the Thunder.
Absolutely. And again, when you can't shoot the ball, the game
He's
is
the guy
so
that missed all the
hard.
free
But the
throws.
reverse is in
that's
tow as
awesome.
well. When you can't
But
shoot the
the
ball,
thing
opportunities just
that
present
I like
themselves.
a
And
lot
when you're
about
as
AJ
rangy as he is and
Isn't
has
his
the ability
size and
that he
all
has
that,
offensively, I think he's going to
his
come right in and make an
scoring
impact.
So this is a brother that shoots over 50% from the field.
A flame
Shoots
thrower.
nearly 40% from three-point range.
Yeah.
Got a 6'5", 6'6" frame on
That's
him.
the thing.
And he ain't landed in
It's
New
not
York.
like he shot
And a
45
point
from the
guard
field,
didn't have
30
in New
from three,
England, New
and
York.
65%
And Johnny
from free
Davis
throw.
didn't land in New York. There's just nothing.
Yeah,
There's
you
just
can score,
nothing.
but you're inconsistent.
Congratulations to Jalen Williams, okay?
It
I
may
don't
really
know
hurts
why
me right
people
now.
don't like
It may
AJ.
be
I
the
don't
curse
get
of the
it.
Patrick Ewing
don't
draft.
get it.
There was
There's
other teams in the
gotta
league that
be
speculated why the
something
Knicks
that
even
I'm
got the
missing
number
with
one
AJ
overall pick.
1985.
I'm just saying.
So in other words, what happened over
Yeah.
35
You say
years ago
6'6"?
is being held against the Knicks.
Well, they ain't win a championship since '73.
We in Brooklyn, New York.
Because I'm thinking about Charlotte. I mean, they have Bridges there. They have
He'd be great in Charlotte. They need
This
a
is
two.
normal Stephen
who's
A.
the other one of the twins there? Cody Martin.
For the rest of this round, no matter what, of course, and we will have more
I thought they
information
traded
coming in
one.
from
I
Walter.
thought the other played in
What
Miami.
You guys
Let's see.
did receive the Knicks, multiple first-rounders. We just don't know when
But
and where
high
as that
rebounds
information
per
is
game.
coming in. Again, certainly in the
1
top
assist per
12.
game.
No, by the
Shot.
way, as it
By the
stands, the
way,
Thunder have
he's
3 picks in the top 12.
older. He's
Chet
a senior.
Holmgren, Jang, and now we see
Shot
Jalen Williams
47
coming off
from
the
the
board.
field,
There is another
41 from
Jalen
three,
Williams.
74 from
He
free
may
throw
go
line.
in the first
It's
round. He
fine.
spells it with
And he's
not the way
improved
you
every
go,
year.
J-A-L-E-N.
It's
It's
good.
J-A-Y-L-E-N. That young man from Arkansas.
Oh, we all related.
I wouldn't be upset
all
at
related. Jalen, Jadens, we all related.
Got a nice pick from Houston.
I wouldn't
I'm
be
trying
upset.
for him.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
be
Detroit's taking
I wouldn't
Detroit's
be
beyond
upset.
us.
Yes, we will see if
the Hornets can feel really good as you take a look at the Hornets. They've got 2 picks of the next 3 at 13 and 15. And one of the things that we kind of speculate, you look at some of the draft boards, are they going to go with size here, potential shot blocker, and how they want to handle moving down.
Don't give me Kendall Brown.
As the commissioner, Adam Silver, coming to the podium with this announcement, the first of 2 picks in the first round for the Hornets.
Average 13, 3 and 2, shot 50% from the
With the 13th pick in the 2022 NBA Draft,
AJ Griffin,
the Charlotte Hornets select
was talking to the player.
Jalen Duren from the University of Memphis.
Well, they went big here, and another Jalen is off the board. Played his
you know
freshman
what's going to happen?
seasons of high school at Roman Catholic in Philadelphia, leading them to the Philadelphia Catholic League title. Transferred to Montverde Academy in Florida.
To Minnesota.
His junior season, then reclassified, missed out on his senior season in high school, made the jump to Memphis as he stands 6'10", 250 pounds, and much love to his family.
I'm so worried about
Alicia
it.
Hudgens, that's
Tim's
his
an
mom,
enemy
so that's
now.
his hero.
I don't want him to do good at
how
anything.
hard she worked for him to get here.
He fails. That's not true.
We're
Hope he does
all
good.
big
It's not
fans
good.
of superheroes. He identifies with the Hulk
Bam
as
Adebayo.
a superpower. While growing up outside of Philly, the TV was rarely on, but when it was, Jalen binged out on 6 friends from New York City.
Charlotte needs a center, so it's a good pick. It's a good pick for them.
I'm from Sharon Hill, Pennsylvania, right outside Philadelphia. Philly just has that grit, that grind, and it really made me to who I am in terms of my game development and me developing as a man.
Are you on? You're not on Twitter.
My favorite genre is R&B. A lot of the older school music. People like Erykah Badu, Charlie Wilson, Aaliyah, Michael Jackson is like my favorite. I don't watch too much TV, but when the TV comes on, it's always Friends. I've seen every season probably over and over and over again. Those couple episodes where Ross and Rachel were going through the going on a break thing, it just gave the show a lot of power.
Pistons.
And the trades will continue
the Hornets
to come
doing?
in.
The Hornets are like, wait a minute, where are we going?
Because this
Where did we
pick,
just pick
another
that?
Jalen at number 13 overall. He's going to
how did
Detroit.
we trade him there and there?
Jalen Duren traded from Charlotte to Detroit. And by the way, Jalen Rose went 13th overall back in 1994. One Jalen to another, Monica.
Thank you, Kevin.
Now this will
Jalen is here with his
determine
mom,
who's the
Anicia. Jalen, I loved your
Whoever is
vignette
right
because
is
it showed so much range. From Philly to Friends, and now you're
Cleveland
realizing
Cavaliers are
a
on the
dream.
clock.
What's going
Otherwise,
through your mind right
known
now?
as
A lot of emotions, just happy I'm able to
the Denver
enjoy
Nuggets
this moment
pop
with my family.
is what freaking
The trade,
is also
not necessarily Charlotte, you'll wind up in Detroit, but as you start
Listen,
this part of your
they've
career,
owned us for the
what are you
last
most excited about?
Just to be at the highest
I'm still
level
mad
and
about
keep
this.
getting better.
In Cleveland.
Mom,
For
Anicia,
real.
what's going through your mind as
And
you
then we
again
lost
watch your son realize
So
the
mad.
dream?
I'm just so excited for him. He's worked so hard to get to this point. I'm just so happy for him.
All right, guys, we're having a little fun with this one. Jalen, you are a back-to-back Jalen to be drafted in this draft. Y'all know we have Jalen Rose up on our set. And since your mom is here, Mom, did you name your son after Jalen Rose?
I would say I heard the name and I liked it.
Okay. All right. So we'll give those props upstairs to Jalen. I think I said to you, Jalen, that the trade is going to Detroit. I know you're excited to start that either way. But when you have a chance to take it all in this evening, what will you kind of say to yourself?
Your board is made of
just getting started. Keep working, and like I just said, just getting started.
Anicia, Mom, Jalen, congratulations on the beginning of your NBA career. Back to you, Kevin.
Why do you
Thank
question
so
what the
much. By the way, he
Sacramento?
chose Memphis.
They
over
just
Kentucky,
do things just
Miami
to do that.
had the chance to go to the G League as well. 2022 All ACC tournament team averaged 12 points and 8 rebounds.
Yeah, Jalen Duren is dominant and he's durable. He's just everything you
King,
want.
there's
in a
like
center.
the NBA
He's
circle of
physical,
teams.
He has great hands inside. He's a
There's the NBA circle of teams, and then the Kings are the team in the corner. I like to call them window leaguers, where they're just like, they just do weird things off in the corner. Nobody just talks to the Kings. They just let them just do whatever.
Your hometown team.
So we just don't. Yeah,
and they put a player,
we just don't.
whether
We
it's
just don't
the
question
bad
what the
boys
Kings
in the 80s and the 90s
The
winning
Kings just do
championships,
their own
whether
thing.
it's Big Ben and that group
And,
winning
yeah.
championships.
They just, Darius Garland. That's a team, man. Cleveland that is a team right there. They've got some pieces. Garland, he's emerged as a really good point guard. Sexton is a dog. Evan Mobley, obviously, you know what he can do. Jared Allen, great defensive player. Karis LeVert, just kind of streaky, but a good scorer.
As opposed to small forward, but nevertheless, rim protection, activity, athleticism. You know,
Are you on the phone with Shams? Who's on the phone with Shams? You're on the phone with Woj? Was it Woj?
I wish.
It was Woj. Okay. 3-and-D wing. Can we pick? How long do we have to be notified that the pick is in before we just walk the pick out?
Well, I already know the pick. I mean, I knew it. The Knicks are trading Kemba Walker to Detroit.
Interesting.
So Shams is right. Knicks acquired Jalen Duran and moved him with Kemba Walker to the Pistons.
Hmm.
Because Woj had who?
The Knicks.
He had the Pistons.
Oh, Woj had the Pistons?
Yeah, Shams had the Knicks. So Shams was right. Woj was wrong.
Oh, they took bless you.
No. Now Woj is tweeting out the Pistons are sending the Hornets the 2025 first round pick via Milwaukee. What is happening?
I feel like that GIF where you're trying to solve a math equation and like the equations are just floating around. Okay, so wait, who's going where? Okay, who is blessed you from Kansas going to? Because I don't know what's happening.
He's going to Cleveland.
Are we sure?
Yes, that is the pick for Cleveland. Shams is reporting that the Knicks are trading Kemba Walker for Jalen Duran. No, the Pistons. Okay, no. Okay,
confuse me. I'm lost. I don't know.
Pistons are getting Jalen Duran. The Pistons are okay.
Who are we getting?
That's why the confusion is in place. The Knicks, because the Knicks had Kemba Walker, right? Kemba Walker is going somewhere, but Jalen Duran is going to the Pistons.
We'll figure it out in the morning.
The Pistons are looking good. Cade Cunningham, Ivy, who they got at 5, right? And now they get Duran. Big.
Mm-hmm.
Pistons doing good.
Don't forget Mason Plumlee.
I'm not sure what Charlotte's doing because they still need a center, but okay.
Yeah, Charlotte's just like, we're just gonna run around. We're just gonna give
AJ
LaMelo
Griffin
the ball.
is still there. Watch him drop to 21. If he drops to 21, the Nuggets don't take him, I'm going to explode.
Not gonna get to 21. I'm telling you that 19, the Timberwolves are gonna take him.
Atlanta should take him at 16.
You know what?
Charlotte should take him at 15 right here.
You know what? You want to know what I hope happens? I hope Kirk Cousins walks out on that stage and he announces AJ Griffin's name. That's what I hope.
That would make you so happy.
No, Kirk Cousins better never be my
AJ Griffin. You would not be okay with AJ Griffin.
Someone who can play defense. That's what I want.
But if he can't score or shoot, then he's useless.
Wendell Moore can score.
Look, do you want? Okay, so you would be okay with Matisse Thybulle?
Okay, he's not Matisse Thybulle. They're saying Dalen Terry might be like that.
But Thybulle is a great defender who can't do anything offensively.
Yeah. I mean, do I want that? No, but I want a guy who can play defense.
But if AJ Griffin can turn into a good defender, maybe not great, but a good defender, that's enough. That's enough. Jamal Murray, AJ Griffin, MPJ, Aaron Gordon, Nikola Jokic. Good luck stopping that.
It was pretty tough to stop Will Bart in the Nuggets as well. So.
Imagine AJ Griffin, who would be a better defender than Will Barton. And a better scorer, probably.
We have not even seen this guy in an NBA uniform yet. We don't know what he's going to do.
I have seen film on him. He looks fantastic. I'm telling you, he's the Donovan Mitchell of this draft. It's even worse now because he's dropped farther than Mitchell did.
We had Donovan Mitchell, and then we traded him. That's what's gonna happen. We're gonna take him and then we're gonna trade him. Because he said
the
all
problem
that.
with Donovan. The reason, the problem with Donovan is he's too small. He's only what 6'2", 6'3".
He can never shoot efficiently,
and he's not efficient. AJ Griffin, 6'6", 222, 7 foot wingspan, and is 55, 46, 80.
What's it like having long arms? What do you think it's like having arms that long? Just reach anything. Woo. That'd be nice. Can we get to this pick already? This is taking forever. Goodness gracious, man. Unbelievable.
I know Charlotte's pick.
That's why you need to stay off Twitter.
The Nuggets got to move up, man. I swear to God, if Minnesota gets AJ Griffin, I'm going to lose it.
Either they're going to get him or the Nuggets are going to take him and then they're going to trade him.
16 from 21 is not that hard.
How do you know? What if somebody's playing hardball?
Or they want
What if they're like, listen, Calvin.
Well, then how?
We want Jokic.
Then you should have traded with Charlotte because they're obviously willing to trade guys or trade their picks.
Should have traded with the Kings. They probably would have taken it. They'd be like, yeah, let's do it.
Well, the Kings were at 4.
Didn't the Kings just have another pick?
Oh, who did the Knicks? Oh, yeah. Okay. Stephen A. Smith lost it with the Knicks pick. That's hilarious. He tweeted out.
Yeah, I feel like he's never satisfied.
I mean, that pick, though.
I think Knicks fans... Yeah. Knicks fans are just constantly in a state of... They're like Cowboys fans.
I wonder who he wanted. He probably wanted Griffin.
Probably Paolo Banchero.
Well, okay, you want one. Here we go.
Mark Williams. There's your center.
He took 2 centers. It's like Minnesota taking all those point guards.
And they took all those point guards except for the right one. Very devastating. Who did they take that? They took Johnny Flynn. They took Ricky Rubio. Who else did they take? They took one more, didn't they? They took 3 that year? I want to say.
Yeah, they took Flynn, Rubio, and I think, was it Ty?
Did they take Ty?
Yeah,
and then they traded him?
They traded the best one out of the 3, which is hilarious.
Ugh. I mean, Ricky Rubio is not terrible.
At least Rubio had a longer career than Ty.
Oh, there you go. So, I mean, technically they did.
But his best times were when he left Minnesota.
Also true. Mark Williams, 7'2", 242 pounds. Large man. Ooh. Getting down on the perimeter. Underrated passer. Ooh. Yeah, I could see
Time now for tonight's Players Spotlight, brought to you by Google Pixel.
Doing a WNBA comparison. Interesting.
Oh, is that his mom, maybe?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I think they're just doing a WNBA comparison, which... All right.
I was not watching. Obviously.
Never seen that before, but... Oh, maybe it is. Maybe it is related, because that kind of looks like the same chick, so maybe it is.
So Kemba is going to Detroit. See what happens. That was like a 3-team wild deal.
Now we're to the Hawks. Maybe this is where Griffin goes, especially if the Hawks trade John Collins.
Yeah, it makes sense. Have another scorer with Trey. Cam Reddish didn't work out. Makes sense. I mean, he's best available. Like, the Nuggets should have traded up. They must really like someone else. It's probably Beauchamp. It's probably the pick. Michael Malone's probably pounding table for Beauchamp, and that's going to be the pick at 21.
I bet he is. That sick man.
And then I think Wendell is going to be 30. I think he'll drop, and they'll take Wendell.
You could double up on wings. Yes.
Well, Wendell's more of a point guard. He's a bigger point guard, though. But that's your Monte. That's your Monte replacement. Then you use Monte and Will to go get veterans.
Take all the wings and twos. Boneless, though. Not bone in. They have the first need for Atlanta as defensive-minded backup point guard. That's their first need. Oh.
I don't think...
That's funny. Defensive-minded backup point guard.
Don't think that's the pick.
I mean, how about just like a defensive starter, maybe? Because
I wouldn't. I mean, a starter in general.
Yeah, I wouldn't peg the Hawks as a team that you are terrified about defending you very well. Are there any... I don't want to ask. I was going to say, are there any trades for the Nuggets on Twitter? But I don't want to know. Here we go.
Man, you are way ahead of me.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. AJ Griffin to Atlanta. Just got to hope and pray there's a trade.
There goes your guy.
I really want to spoil 17 for you.
10-time All-Star. Listen, as long as it's not Wendell, then I'm not going to be angry. Future 10-time All-Star, AJ Griffin.
Atlanta got a hell of a pick. That's a hell of a pick for Atlanta.
Have you seen his shot? He has such a wide base.
Yeah.
Like when they play the highlights, look at his shot.
Yeah, I've seen. I'm not like super concerned about it.
No, it's just so unorthodox.
He's big on
like look how wide he spreads his feet apart.
That's a great pick for Atlanta.
Boom.
He shot 45%.
Boom. Yeah, they're going to be fairly good at scoring the ball. I mean, they already are scoring.
Oh, was it injuries? It was injuries.
Oh, did he have injury issues?
That's why he dropped. Yep. He must have had injury issues because they were just showing pictures. That's what it was. Why he dropped.
Well, we don't need...
His dad was Adrian Griffin, played 10 seasons in the NBA. His brother played at Illinois and Syracuse. And his sister is playing for UConn. He's going to be good, man. He's 6'6", 7-foot wingspan. Super efficient. Damn.
This guy on my screen. Who is this? Oh, it's Jabari. Let's say, who is this man?
Apparently, the Rockets are taking the best defender in the draft.
Best defender in the draft? Beauchamp?
Woj just tweeted that out. He's the best defender in the draft. I'm not telling you who, but apparently that's...
We're so close to the Nuggets pick. Can we just please fast forward this? Sim to next user.
Honestly, I'm almost as devastated as Broncos passing on.
I mean,
Justin Fields. You're not, Max. You didn't want him. You're gonna regret it.
You want to put Crumble on it?
What, for 5 years from now?
Yeah, long-term bet. This is what it is. A long play. I don't know. I mean, you can score, but
so sad. I'm so sad. Like, I won't be upset though with Beauchamp and Wendell. So it is kind of disappointing that it's looking like they're gonna just take 21 and 30.
yeah. Well, I mean, and I saw Harrison Wynn tweet out that the Nuggets were going to be aggressive, and then I saw Ryan Blackburn tweet out that there was like an 80% chance that.
I mean, like the NBA draft is
trade.
weird. You'll see trades an hour later for a pick, and it's like, so the videos of Stephen A. Smith's reaction to the Knicks is hilarious. Just hand in his face. Spike going over and tapping his back. It's okay. We suck. No.
It's okay. They're there, little shaver.
He's rubbing his back, giving him a massage. I'm sorry, man.
It's okay, little shaver. The Knicks will be good once we're not alive anymore in another century. It'll be a devastating experience to be a Knicks fan. At least you have a storied history, though. You could be the Rockies fans. At that point, you don't have anything to really harken off of. So,
last championship the Knicks had though was like 60s, 70s, 50s.
Yeah,
around there.
Yeah. Oh well, no, the 70s.
70s. Everyone's making fun of the Knicks. It's really funny.
How is there still a minute on the clock? How much time do they get to make a pick?
Houston's taking forever. Maybe there's a
Yeah, they
trade
are.
involved. Oh, I'm so
There we go.
depressed.
You'll be fine. Hey, listen. You know what'll make you feel better? Seeing 27 walk out onto the court again. That's what makes you feel better.
Oh, that.
That'll
when
make
said-
you forget all about.
I have the biggest
No.
smile on my face, dude. I can't wait to. Man,
No.
I'm
Once
so
that
excited. I will find a way to watch the first preseason game that he's playing in. I will watch that whole thing. He'll play 5 minutes, and I will love every second of it.
You're gonna have to fire up the burner flip phone to your connection in the underground Philippines.
I can't wait. Can't wait.
Sweet mama.
I mean, hey, if they traded for Branham, I wouldn't do that either.
What do the
Hey,
Rockets
I know the
need?
pick. I've known the Houston pick since 7:40. That's 7 minutes ago. What the hell's
Who's the
going
pick?
on?
Who's the pick?
No, I'm not telling you. You can wait. Trae Young, DeAndre
Hunter, John Collins, Clint Capella, and now they added AJ Griffin. Good lord. Oh, I'm so sad.
Yeah, they're gonna be really good on offense. I don't know if they're gonna be able to defend you, but they'll be really good on offense. Which is what they have been.
What?
Bored.
Camera's on.
I don't care.
Shot creating forward and point guard depth is what they have listed for Houston as needs.
Oh, okay, well, that was not their pick.
That was not their
It's definitely not their
Sounds
pick.
like you're getting bad information.
That's the opposite of their
That's
pick.
the opposite of their
That's
pick.
funny.
That's funny.
Maybe not opposite, but it's
But
definitely not their pick.
definitely not their
Pivot. No. Okay.
Houston Rockets select. Oh. Okay. That was a guy who was a lot of people talked about maybe the Nuggets could go after.
Yeah, Terry Eason.
Yeah, Terry Eason.
I was kind of indifferent on his game. to
I
be
know
honest with
pick
you.
18.
I know pick
Another guy that we looked at for the Nuggets.
We looked at from Nuggets.
Can I go see Ryan?
Is that Steven?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Steven. Okay. have to get closer.
Yeah, you gotta go closer.
Man, we're
Hi, Steven.
one pick away from that trade. Oh,
Zero,
hello. Where's my
He said,
crumble?
"Where's my crumble
At?
at?"
My crumble.
Ask Brandon.
That's me. What? Why me?
I don't know.
I already owe him a lot of crumble. I don't even want to talk about it.
Get on it then.
You tell her the amount of debt that you
Well,
have.
at least the Avs didn't sweep
At
him.
least the Avs didn't sweep them.
If the Avs swept him,
If the Avs swept them.
woo!
Yeah, you have to make installments.
Here's $20 now. I'll give you 20 a month for the next year.
Do you offer a layaway program? Because
But look, we all knew the Avs were not going to sweep in the Stanley Cup Finals. Okay.
I don't want to talk about this.
It won last night. Was I not? I told you exactly what was going to happen. They're going to lose Game 3. They were going to win Game 4. And they're going to finish it in 5.
Listen, any chance they had to retain me as a longtime fan, all out the window, man. They had one job. They couldn't even come through for me. Ooh, yay, win the cup. Woo.
Look, you still get 5 and win.
Care.
5 and win.
100.
It would have been 100 on top of the 60. It would have been 160.
Like, I can't even fathom how many cookies I had. Like, so many cookies. That is a green suit. Yeah, I mean, Easton's super athletic. Kind of shoot it a little bit.
Yeah,
really
I mean,
defender.
a lot of people are saying best defender in the class.
He's big too. He's a big boy. 6'8".
Yeah, it's a good pick for Houston. If you pair him with Green, and they had someone else today, right? Jabari Smith. Yeah, I mean that's fantastic. There's your 2, 3, 4. Jalen Green from last year. Smith at the 3 is where I would put him.
Well, and you still have Kevin Porter Jr., who's offensively he's pretty
Oh no,
gifted.
Easton at the 3. Easton is 6'8". He's your 3. Jabari is your 4 at 6'10". There you go. There's 2, 3, 4.
Maybe they go small ball with those guys.
Yeah,
honestly.
I mean you could.
Because who's their center? Because they traded Christian Wood.
So you could go Green, Porter Jr., Easton, Smith, and then whoever their point guard is. I don't know who their current point guard is.
Do you think draft? Are you watching ESPN's coverage?
Yeah.
This guy, Emmanuel, I think is his name. Oh, Hansel, Emmanuel Hansel, something like that. With he has the one arm.
Oh yeah.
He's really good.
Yeah, he is.
I wonder if he'll get.
Unfortunately, I don't think he'd ever make it. He's really good though. It's just at the NBA level. I don't know. I don't know how you can do it.
I mean, they had who was it? Was it Shaq?
The speed of the game though.
I mean, what is it's the Griffin brothers. Which one is the one with the hand?
Yeah, in the NFL, right?
Is it Shaq?
Yeah, but
is it Shaq Griffin or?
But that's different because he's a pass rusher.
He can dunk with one arm.
Yeah, but okay, so he's like defensively, you're just always going to attack the one side.
I mean, look, he's figured it out up to this
but it's different.
I wouldn't say I'd draft him, but I mean maybe you.
There's just so many things an NBA player can attack. Like it's imagine LeBron going up against. I just. It is really. It's awesome. I mean, he can beat almost anybody with just one hand, one arm. So. But NBA is different. I mean, I think coming off the bench and being able to, play like a few minutes in a game would be pretty cool. Maybe he'll be a late second round pick.
I'm saying if you're a team, you have a late second rounder.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. But as far as actually like playing 15 plus minutes, I don't think so.
Game 5 tomorrow. Here in Denver.
I was gonna ask if you wanted to go to the Pepsi Center watch party last night, but I ended up being busy. It's like $10. It's like $10 a ticket. That crowd though was going nuts.
At the Tivoli Quad. Look, the Tivoli's all of a sudden famous now.
Yeah, people are going nuts at Tivoli Quad too.
All right, Bulls.
Good lord, man! How long has I've known the Bulls pick since? Let's see. When did I see the? 5 minutes ago.
5 minutes.
Yeah, Dalen Terry's a pick for the Bulls. Good pick.
Good pick.
All right. That was my second favorite guy.
6'7", 195.
195.
Listen.
I mean, he has a really good-looking shot. A lot of people are worried about his scoring, like if he'll be able to shoot. But his shot is.
All right,
really
here's
nice.
Connolly.
Here's Connolly.
By the way.
Man.
Branham is still available. Also, EJ Liddell is still available. Look, EJ Liddell isn't a need, but man, he fit really well.
He just doesn't fit what they need, but he's so fun.
He is what they need, but not at the right position. Because he's a rim protector. He can guard 1 through 5. And he can hit the occasional 3. It's just where does he become your backup power forward? You still have Jeff Green. I don't know. I guess he could be your backup 3, and then he can switch on anybody, right?
I don't know.
What's funny is so Malone a couple weeks ago, maybe it was last week, he met with media and he said they asked him about how, because obviously the Nuggets didn't like switching because they couldn't. But they asked Malone if he would want to switch more because that's what Golden State and Boston did a lot. And he said yes. The hard thing is being able to switch when Nicole is on the floor. But getting a guy like EJ Liddell allows you to do that. I mean, you could throw him. You could go small. Put EJ at the 5. Right. Off the bench. I mean, it works. Because now all of a sudden you can switch with anybody. I mean, look, I would love EJ Liddell here. I would love Branham at 21. I would love. I know you don't like him. I would love Jaden Hardy. That would be so fun. Again, they don't need him, but he's a flat out scorer at 6'4". That's your 2 guard, I guess.
Yeah, he was the only scorer on the Ignite. Everybody else.
Beauchamp, I wouldn't mind. I don't love it, but it's. Nikola Jovic, I'd be fine with. Yeah, I'd be fine with just because it'd be funny. I don't want Christian Brown.
I bet Minnesota takes one of these guards.
Ty Washington. By the way, did we talk about Ty Washington on the last podcast? I really like Ty Washington.
Yeah, I bet you did.
He's 6'4", point guard. That'd be a lot of fun. Kennedy Chandler. I didn't do any research on Kennedy Chandler. He's 6'1".
Minnesota doesn't really have anybody off the bench at the guard spot to score.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Jaden Hardy was picked here. Or, I mean, Branham makes the most sense. 6'5", 2 guard who can score. I feel like that's. I feel like Branham though is.
Oh, Tim. Oh, Tim.
Oh no! What did Tim do?
Took Jake.
Minnesota has traded pick 19. The Timberwolves get pick 22 and 29. So now they have the pick right after the Nuggets and right before the Nuggets.
Should have known Tim wasn't stupid.
Memphis.
Who did they trade?
Memphis has required number 19 and has take Jake LaRavia. So they moved down. They moved down one spot and they gained 29. I'm guessing they're going to get something else. Memphis will get something else. You want to give up 22 and 29 for 21. Or for 19, I mean. They moved down 3 spots. 22 and 29. I mean, if that's the asking price, go up 3 spots to 19. It makes sense the Nuggets can trade up. Because that's a lot. Or Connolly just fleeced the hell out of Memphis. 22 and 29 for 19? Huh? What are you doing, Memphis? There's got to be something.
I don't like it.
Minnesota has to be giving up something else. 19 for 22 and 29? That's a lot. To move up 3 spots? Memphis had to have gotten something. Alright, well before San Antonio goes, I'll be right back.
Tim is doing something, and I don't like it one bit. I don't know what he's doing. But it's something. I don't know if I'm comfortable with it. I'm so tempted to look at Twitter.
Actually, I'll be right back.
Just want to look. I don't want to look. I don't need it. I don't need it.
Alright, I had to change. It got really cold in here. Alright.
It's Spurs pick is in.
Oh, I almost said it. You don't know it?
No. I'm not gonna look at Twitter. Lob catching shot blocker at center. So these needs. Who is coming up with
For
these
who?
needs? Lob. That's what it says for their top need is a lob catching shot blocker. Like, what? Why not just say like a shot blocker? lob catching shot blocker, as opposed to a non-lob catching.
The Timberwolves will also send a future second-round pick to the Grizzlies, part of the deal. That's still a lot.
What is Tim doing?
Someone in the reply is Timberwolves getting fleeced yet again. Huh? They gave up 19 and a second-round pick for 22 and 29? That's a great deal for Minnesota. Memphis got fleeced.
Did they have 29 already? Memphis had both of those?
Apparently, I think so. Yeah, 22 and 29, Memphis. They gave up 2 picks for 19. That's what I'm saying. The Nuggets probably tried to move up. They couldn't if they wanted.
Take Jake LaRavia.
Because 21 and 30 would have barely been enough to get 19. They would have needed to move up to 16 or 5th, like in the top 15. And they don't have a future first. Yeah,
they're kind of handicapped at what they get.
Yeah. I guess unless I guess they didn't value Monte and Will that high, whoever was up there, which makes sense. I mean, I wouldn't. We're not high either.
All right, there goes Branham. All right,
here we go.
Come on, Calvin. Make me proud. It's gonna be Beauchamp.
Here we go. Pick 21. Best available.
Are you looking at Twitter?
No, I will not look at Twitter for this.
Let's guess who. I think it's gonna be Beauchamp.
Well, here's the available players. Okay, Ty Washington, Kennedy Chandler, EJ Liddell, Blake Wesley, Walker Kessler, Jaden Hardy, Marjan Beauchamp, Nikola Jovic, Christian Brown, David Roddy. That's the top 10.
Wendell Moore.
Wendell Moore's at 13. At least in these.
Did you say EJ?
Yes. EJ Liddell's 3. Ty Washington, Kennedy Chandler, EJ Liddell, Blake Wesley, Walker Kessler, Jaden Hardy, Marjan, Nikola Jovic, Christian Brown, David Roddy, CSU.
I don't see how it's not Beauchamp. Who do you think?
I think it's Beauchamp. But man, I think you can get Beauchamp at 30. EJ Liddell here, Beauchamp at 30. That's my guess. It makes so much sense to get EJ Liddell. It does. EJ Liddell and Beauchamp at 30. I'm calling out.
Bobby Marks is doing the team needs. His first team need for the Nuggets, healthy Jamal Murray.
Yes, that is. That's
true. That's 100%. Yep. And then his second team need was insurance for Michael Porter Jr.
Well, that would have been AJ Griffin. It would have. Who's in insurance out of this group? Nobody.
We don't need insurance because MPJ is going to stay healthy.
Insurance. That should have been a pick 16. Goodness gracious.
I just feel like it's
Beauchamp. It's going to be Beauchamp, but I feel like they could get Beauchamp at 30. And if he's not there, either trade down or take Wendell Moore. Take EJ Liddell right here. EJ Liddell should be the pick.
We're both going to come away disappointed. You wanted Griffin. I wanted Wendell.
Well, Wendell won't go here. If anything, if they take Wendell, it'll be at 30.
Yeah, he's been falling.
So who do you want here? I want EJ Liddell. Out of this group, I wouldn't mind Ty. But I don't think it makes sense unless you know for sure you're getting rid of Monte. Then I guess that makes sense. Jaden Hart, I'd be pretty happy with Jaden Hart. There's a lot of guys I want. I don't want Kennedy Chandler. I don't want Blake Wesley. I don't want Christian Brown or David Roddy. They're farther down though. I would say number 1 EJ, number 2 Ty, number 3 Jaden Hardy, number 4 Beauchamp, number 5 Nikola Jovic. I think it's Beauchamp. I want EJ Liddell.
All right, do you want to put on the sound now before he walks out? Kind of interested to hear what they're saying. Wait, is this the ESPN broadcast?
Oh, this is ABC.
Oh, this is ABC.
Oh, that's
that's
why. I'm gonna jump to ESPN.
I'm gonna jump to ESPN.
Yeah, I'm watching ESPN's with Kendrick
Okay,
Perkins
hold
and
on.
Okay.
Jay Billis.
Oh, who is he talking about there?
Who is he talking about there?
Jokic,
Oh.
I think.
Oh.
Or maybe Porter.
Goodness, I don't care about any of
I
this.
don't care about any of this.
I thought Adam Silver was going to walk out right now.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, here we go.
Oh my gosh.
Did you already see the pick?
Did you already see the pick?
You.
Okay. All right, there. No, no.
What,
no,
what
okay.
did you see?
What did
I
you
saw
see?
trade. Saw trade come across the screen. They're just talking about.
Okay, here we
talking
go.
About the
Okay, here we go.
Thunder.
Oh, so I am behind you.
So
Okay.
I am behind you. Okay.
When I saw trade, I was like, Calvin, no! Why do we have to announce this during our pick? What?
Oof, I don't like that
I
pick.
don't like that pick.
Ah, man, I hate that
I
pick.
hate that pick.
I hope to God this
I
is a
hope to
trade.
God this is a trade.
Man.
Man.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So, here are my notes.
Here are my notes
on Christian Brown.
Christian Brown.
By the way, he was my
By the
least
way,
favorite
he was my
out of the.
least
No,
favorite
Blake
out
Wesley
of
was my
the-
least
no, Blake
favorite.
Wesley was my least
Second least favorite.
Second least favorite.
Shooter but streaky.
Shooter but streaky.
Meh handles.
Meh handles.
He's a role player at best.
He's a role player at best.
Okay defender, high
Okay
IQ, good
defender, high
rebounder,
IQ,
more of a
good
project.
rebounder, more of a project.
Yeah, he was my. We talked about him with Jake, and of my list, it was obviously Wendell, Terry, Williams, and then I had EJ and Brown above Beauchamp. I mean, I think he'll be a good defender. He's got a great shot.
Yeah.
Now, obviously,
Yeah.
Bill said he's
It
more
is tricky.
streaky
That's
than
what
me.
that was. I mean, that's what I put in my notes too, and he said it too.
He said it too.
He shot like 40-something% though from three. I like him as a player. I just don't know if right there is.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Like if he was picked 30, I'd be okay with it. I'd like it. At 21, when there's better players on the board, I'd like Ty's better, Liddell's better.
Liddell's better.
Jaden Hardy's better. I think Marjan Beauchamp's better. Nikola Jovic is better. Wendell Moore's better. Man. A lot of people like it. I don't see it. I don't see it.
I don't see it.
Minnesota's taking Walker Kessler.
Yeah, I saw that. Matt Moore said, I drafted Christian Brown for the Nuggets in their mock draft. It's not a surprise. It's not a surprise. I don't know how to explain it. It's not a surprise that they took him. It's a surprise of where they took him.
Yeah.
With the talent already on the board.
Jake Fisher. Oh well, the tweet has been deleted, but he. Okay, so that's going to be for Minnesota. Jake Fisher tweeted out, but it's been deleted. Teams picking behind Denver have believed the Nuggets promised Wendell Moore at the number 21 pick. I'm in pain. One thing about Brown, which is kind of surprising, is he's a really good athlete. He's a high flyer. He can get up.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I don't hate it. I just kind of don't like you. I just don't like where.
With the guys on the board, there were guys who were better. At least I think were better. Memphis is now acquiring pick 23 from Philly for DeAnthony Melton. What is Memphis doing? And they're targeting David Roddy at 23 out of CSU. Good for David Roddy. Roddy.
They like those. Those
are
guys.
two very interesting picks for them.
I'm curious to see what this Walker Kessler guy can do for Minnesota.
Yeah, I mean, see, I would have rather had him over Christian Brown too. I get you have DeMarcus Cousins.
Oh, is he a backup center?
Yeah, Kessler's gonna be a center. He's a center. He led his conference in blocks.
Well, what they were talking about apparently is that Tim had conversations with Cat about playing at the 4 next year.
That makes sense.
So
they want to go
maybe
really. That's.
This is a guy who they want to play Jokic.
Michael Malone's going to love Christian Brown. He's a plug-and-play role player, elite athlete. I don't want to say he's a good athlete. I want to say elite. Great on-ball defender. Can shoot it. The Nuggets needed to upgrade their defense, and Brown automatically becomes one of Denver's best perimeter defenders. That's not hard to do. He's a winner too. Which, look, I'm not upset that they took Christian Brown. Because he's yes, like on my notes, he's a role player. But the Nuggets took look flat out. The Nuggets took need over best player available.
Yeah, well, and to be fair though, I mean, with the NBA draft, right? Once you get past the lottery,
sure,
kind of
I understand that, but EJ Liddell, I think, would have just been a better player.
Well, still a chance.
Sure, I think he's going to be taken, but I mean, like, we already know 23, so 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. I mean, there's 7 picks away. EJ Liddell's not going to be at 30. I think Wendell Moore is pick 30.
I love it. I'm glad they filled a need at least because they did.
Yeah, but I understand. But EJ Liddell could have done that. We saw his film. He can guard 1 through 4.
Yes. No, I'm not. I mean, yeah. I mean, I think he can.
And he's a shot blocker.
Right, but I don't know. I mean, I like EJ Liddell. Listen, if they can find a way to get him, I'll take him. But Brown can play more perimeter, role-oriented. He's going to get open opportunities to knock down shots. Hopefully he can hone in that a little bit more. As Harrison said, he's a winner. He's coming off of a national championship. Did they win the Natty? They won the Natty, didn't they? Kansas did?
I don't remember.
Kansas beat Duke,
yes.
right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's coming off of that, so he is a winner.
No, I like him as a player. I feel like you could have got him in 30. Maybe I'm way off on that.
I don't think you're crazy. 76ers are trading Danny Green to Memphis as well.
Yeah, Danny Green's the worst. I think you said it. He's the worst three-point specialist in the league.
Oh, he's the worst best specialist ever. He's absolutely awful at shooting threes, but he's really good at it. And that makes total sense, by the way. He's the worst best at it. Like, that's what he's known for, but he's absolutely awful for it right now. But when he was a Spur, absolutely knocked down. Post-Spurs days, wolf. Roddy's going to fit in great with Memphis. They love those grit guys, like him and, why am I spacing on his name? 24, Dylan Brooks. Like, that's their team. Give credit to Memphis. They know their identity, and they just stick to it. They're like the Ravens. They know their identity.
They draft the same player
every year.
Decades could pass. Centuries could pass. We're building our team the same exact way every time.
Although, I feel like Jaws doesn't fit. But he's just so good. Right? Like, he's not a gritty guy.
No, he's just... they just need a star, and he's the star. I mean, Joe's tough, you know. He's not like a banger by any means. You know, he's more finesse, but...
David and Roddy trying to learn all the words to work that trick by tomorrow morning.
Oh. Did you see Milwaukee's pick?
Is it EJ Liddell? Wendell Moore?
No.
Bochamp? Oh, Nikola Jovic.
Gonna get Bochamp.
Oh! Honestly, I'm really... Well, look. Having Bochamp and Brown doesn't make sense. You dropped from the same player. And honestly, I think Christian Brown's better.
No, I'm just thinking about the length and defensive prowess of Milwaukee.
There's your Chris Middleton replacement. Not obviously for next year, but eventually, because Chris is like 32 now.
I mean, they could roll out a lineup next year of Drew, Giannis, Middleton, Bochamp, and Bobby Portis.
Yeah.
Good luck
trying I'm not as familiar. I'm not upset about that. Because Christian Brown and all of these guys are the same players. Jalen Williams, who got picked higher. Terry Easton, who's more of a power forward, he's a small forward. Galen Terry. Christian Brown, Kendall Brown. Liddell, Bochamp, they're all the same player. Well, they all can do the same thing. I don't think taking Christian Brown and then going Bochamp makes sense. I think Wendell Moore is a pick at 30. And if he's gone, then I don't know. I don't know who would be the pick at 30. I guess it depends on who's there. If EJ drops, I'm surprised that Ty is still there. But you know what's funny? All of these non 6'6", 6'7" wings are dropping. Because the NBA, all the teams are freaking out. They're all freaking out and saying, "Oh, we need 6'7" wings."
Well, yeah, I mean that's kind of where the league is trending, right? I mean, small ball guys who can be more versatile and athletic. The days of like you're rolling out the traditional 5-player lineups and then, small guards. Nobody wants small guards.
Yeah. Well, Ty is 6'5".
This is a good size. I'd be happy.
I mean,
I think
I'd be happy with a lot of these
either
guys.
Wendell or EJ is going to be there. I'd be happy with that.
Well, Wendell will be there.
Wendell will be there.
I would, a part of me really wants Nikola Jovic, man. I just think that would be so fun. And he's good too. He's good too. Like,
yeah, I mean he's definitely a scorer. I saw Harrison win because I was watching their like pre-draft stuff yesterday, and he was saying that that Jovic is at his peak, maybe could be like a Gallinari.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, listen, Danilo before he tore his ACL was a really good player.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I mean he's literally like 6'10".
Like 6'10".
Can shoot.
Yeah. You could use a guy like that.
Anyway, look, again, I mean, it's the same list. Ty, EJ, Jaden Hardy, Jovic, Wendell Moore, Kendall Brown, I guess. That's worst case scenario if all the other guys go. Because how many picks? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So.
Hold on, I just saw Oklahoma City propose trade to Denver. And they had Oklahoma City at wait, no, that was Oklahoma City. Never mind.
Yeah, OKC was at 30.
Yeah, OKC was at 30.
So
Milwaukee.
So five teams are picking at the Nuggets right now. There are 5 guys I like: Ty, EJ, Jaden Hardy, Jovic, Wendell Moore. So one of these teams in front of Denver has to not take one of those 5, and the Nuggets are guaranteed one of those 5, and unless they just go off the rails and take someone else, which is very possible. I mean, Jalen Williams is 6'10" center. I don't know. I mean,
I think Milwaukee might be the favorite to win it next year.
Oh yeah. Easily.
I mean, the defensive lineup they're going to be able to roll out is just going to be.
I think that's literally their Chris Middleton replacement.
He's just the guy I worry about. Like, can he score consistently? He did average 15 points per game last year, but he's not a great shooter.
No, but he can get better. At least he can be more consistent. Because we already know, like, I don't think you can necessarily get better. I just think you can get more consistent. So he can do that.
He can do that.
Christian Brown. Wow.
All right. Yeah, you could have got him at 30. I feel like maybe not. Maybe they were hearing. Maybe they were telling people that they're going to take Wendell Moore, and those people were telling them that they would take Christian Brown, and so they said, "Screw it, we're going to take Christian Brown now." You know. Maybe their plan was to go. Opposite, right? Like they thought maybe Christian Brown would drop and they would take Wendell at 21, and then they ended up finding out, well, no one really wants Wendell, so we can wait till 30. We'll take Christian Brown now. But it sucks because I mean, there's other guys that you could have had instead, and it's just like. Man. You know who's gonna take EJ Liddell? The Golden State Warriors.
Didn't I say that yesterday? That's.
And you know what's funny is I was telling Mitchell how much I love EJ Liddell and that he's literally a baby Draymond. And it's just gonna make me angry. I don't even want to think about it. It's gonna make me angry. EJ Liddell's gonna go to Golden State.
Blake Wesley to the Spurs.
Okay, well there you go. Nuggets are guaranteed one of the 5 I said. Ty, EJ, Jaden, Jovic, Wendell. They're guaranteed one of the 5. And they're gonna go off the rails and pick someone else. I swear. Look. Man, they better not take Kennedy Chandler. I don't want another small, tiny guard. I'm sure he's good. Don't want another tiny guard.
Yeah, I think they're moving away from that. I'm just excited to see what Brown can do defensively.
So here's the top five for ESPN's big board. Ty, Kennedy Chandler, EJ Liddell, Jaden Hardy, Nikola Jokic. That's the top 5 right now. Wendell Moore's at 8.
For some reason, I don't think they're going to take.
They're not going to take. I don't think they're going to take Wendell Moore. If Ty, EJ, and Jaden and Jokic are there, one of those, I don't think they're going to take Wendell. I wouldn't be shocked if they tried to trade back up in the second round though and grab Wendell then. But look, maybe they plan on keeping Monte. Then you don't need Wendell. Well, I mean, I guess Wendell.
I mean, maybe they probably kicked around some of the trades.
ESPN has Wendell as a small forward at 6'6". What? Hold on.
Very small forward.
I have him at 6'4".
No, he's on Spinella's thing he's 6'5".
Oh, good lord.
Spinella had him at. Let me see. So I wrote it down. Didn't I write it down? I thought I wrote it down. Maybe I didn't.
Huh.
I think he's like 6'5", 205.
So my notes on Wendell Moore: 3-and-D guard, great size for a guard, small forward, high IQ, was a clutch guy for Duke. He's NBA ready. He is older though. That's why he's dropping. He didn't shoot a lot of threes. He only took like 73 threes, but he did shoot 40%. He struggled from 3 the other years. He just was a little bit better this past season. He just didn't shoot a lot. He's a leader. He has good handle. He's a combo guard. He can be a bench guy for a winning team. Can make an impact right away. Kendall Brown, super athletic wing. He's super explosive, great in transition. Not a good shooter, and he has a really weird slow shot. Doesn't handle the ball very well. He's a good defender. Reminds me of Aaron Gordon. Someone else compared him to Miles Bridges, which you know how much I love Miles Bridges. They compared him to Miles Bridges when Bridges was coming out in the draft. Because Bridges developed his scoring ability over the last couple of seasons. So if he were to turn into Miles Bridges, I would love it. Let's see. Ty, guard, 6'4", great in the pick and roll, would be great with Nikola Jokic there. Skilled offensively, not a great shooter, but he's skilled offensively. He has a really nice step back. Solid defender, active hands. He reminds me of Jamal, not necessarily his three-point shooting, but his like craftiness in the mid-range, being able to step back and stuff like that. Which I thought was funny. More of an off-ball guy. More of an off-ball guard, so a 2-guard. Houston will take Wendell Moore at 26, unless the Nuggets are trading up. Are they trading up?
I don't think so.
Oh, it looked like you were excited there.
No, I'm sorry. I was punching air.
That looked like you were punching air and
Oh, just definitely
my God! Minnesota is landing Duke's Wendell Moore in a trade. Wait! reporting Houston is trading Wendell Moore to Dallas. Wait, there's conflict. Steven, come back, please.
Steven, come back, please.
Oh my God, there's conflicting reports. What is happening?
What is happening?
Who's getting who?
Who's getting who?
He left.
He left.
How rude.
How rude.
Where is he going?
Where is he going?
So, Woj says Minnesota's landing Wendell Moore at 26. Shams is saying Houston is trading Wendell Moore to Dallas. What the hell is going on? Steven! Wait!
Steven! Wait!
Hold on! There's conflicting reports! There are conflicting reports! Hold on! There are conflicting reports.
Woj
says
everything I'm seeing says Wendell.
Okay, well, Shams tweeted Houston is trading Wendell Moore to Dallas. And that's what ESPN has on the board. Dallas, pick is in Wendell Moore Jr. Proposed trade to Houston. What? I don't know. I don't know. Houston via Dallas at 26 will be Wendell Moore. And he will be traded to Minnesota. So Minnesota will get Wendell Moore. It's just via two. I hate the NBA draft. I hate the NBA draft. They make it so confusing. Because he's going to wear a Mavericks hat via Houston and then goes to Minnesota. In another... Why can't they just fix it? It's so bad. Their system is so bad.
You give a person your commitment, your love for years, and then they leave, and then they just take what you love. How could you, Tim? I supported you.
It's what you get for saying that AJ Griffin was going to be.
Honestly, I apologize. Everybody was thinking that. I was like, why did I say that? Look what, who's the clown now? Me. I'm the clown. I'm handling this the only way I know how.
I think EJ Liddell will probably go to mine. I think he fits in Miami. Like that, right? Doesn't that make sense? EJ Liddell to Miami. He's going within the next two picks.
You know what? I don't want anyone to have anything nice.
The Nuggets are taking. The Nuggets are taking Nikola Jokic.
And I hate it. I'm angry.
Tim Connolly heard, oh, you know what? The Nuggets think they can get Wendell at 30? Watch this.
He's going to be a good player. I'm telling you.
That's funny.
I hate this.
That's really funny.
Why does Minnesota get all the things I love? Malik Beasley, Wendell Moore. That's really
Tim Connolly.
Why? Tim Connolly. No, I don't love him anymore. I did. Or did you, Tim? I cared for you.
He was like, "Oh, thanks. I will take him now. Thanks for, you know."
Well, there's your backup guard.
Actually, he's probably your starting guard.
Or D'Angelo?
Well, even I don't see D'Angelo being at all.
I hate every second of this. I want it to be over. The only way they can make this right is by picking EJ.
DJ's gonna go to Golden State or Miami. I mean, he's perfect.
Now BR Hoops is tweeting out, Wendell Moore is heading to Dallas. Very
No, okay, so Dallas drafted him for Minnesota. I hate it. Because the only way to know that Wendell Moore is not going to Dallas is on Twitter. The NBA does. Miami. Do you want to know who Miami's taking?
I just saw it.
Damn it, man! Miami is taking Nikola Jovic. All right. Well.
I told you. I literally just said like 10, 15 minutes ago. We're both going to
Well,
be
look,
disappointed.
no. I mean, look. I want EJ Liddell. If EJ Liddell is at 30, I will do a cartwheel. Right behind me. I don't think I can do it.
Why? No, you can't. That requires.
I will try.
Can't. You're gonna get to the bottom of that cartwheel, and it's gonna go meh, and you're just gonna go ha.
Okay, so best available right now: Ty Washington, Kennedy Chandler, EJ Liddell, Jaden Hardy. Those are the only four. Well, I don't even want Chandler. Ty, EJ, and Jaden Hardy. Those are my three. Honestly, Kendall Brown, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't be upset at Kendall Brown. Man, it would have been so fun though if Nikola Jovic was here.
Would have been so fun if Wendell Moore was here. Tim Connolly probably would have
The
drafted.
best part is I got your hopes up so much saying that Wendell Moore, no way he goes. He's dropping like crazy.
He was. Smart people know that.
It's so funny because you were bummed that he went, and then
Oh, and then it got exponentially worse. Like, I could have accepted if his career just middled away in Houston. Now, not only do I have to see him in the playoffs, I have to see him in our own division.
Wendell Moore is going to hit a game-winning three against the Nuggets in Game 7 of Round 2.
Okay. I just want me to die. That's just what you want. That's fine. They're already paying me when Malik Beasley was doing great there his first year. Obviously, he hasn't done anything since. Come home, Malik. They don't deserve you there. Do you
like that was so confusing the way he said that.
Oh yeah, no one understands it.
The crowd is like,
you follow
what?
What?
All right, who? Jokic? You be drafted again?
I was like, yeah, we get that
Jokic? Yeah! Alright! No, bitch! Oh! What is from the same country?
Replace the V with replace the V with a B.
Not as fact. Won't knock over Morris at all. follow Duvalier Johnson on
no.
Twitter? DPR. He quote tweeted Shams' tweet about them taking Jovic. He's like, I wonder how Markieff is feeling about this one.
Nick, right. I think I'm going to become a huge Nikola Jovic fan just to confuse people.
That would actually be really funny. So mad at Tim Connolly.
Christian Brown is on Twitter. I will follow.
You know who I should be mad at? Josh Kroenke. That's who I'm mad at. It's all your fault.
Do you think Connolly would have taken Wendell for the Nuggets?
I'm gonna say yes. Probably not, but I'm gonna say yes.
What if Malone doesn't like him?
Malone doesn't like him.
I don't like Malone then. How about that?
Notable Serbian players who played in the NBA. Bogdan, I didn't know he was. Peja, Vladi.
Vicious? Yeah. All of them are Serbian. Bogdanovic. Actually, I don't think Boyan is. Oh, wait, which one? Bogdan is the Atlanta one. Boyan, the Utah one?
They just had it on the screen. I have no
I
idea.
don't remember.
I don't remember.
All right, here you go. Ready for EJ Liddell to be picked?
I mean, it's so perfect, right?
It's so perfect, right?
Like, it's literally the perfect fit for the. Also, well, here's a question. So I didn't know this, and I was having a mission about this. This doesn't really make sense to me. Why does the NBA not go based off of where everyone finished? Shouldn't the Warriors have picked 30?
You're asking the wrong person. They still do the lottery. Like, the worst team should have the best pick. You're telling me I could be the worst team and I could get picked 6? What?
Golden State will pick Patrick Baldwin Jr.
Hey now.
What?
Hey now.
Are you kidding me?
Are you
kidding me?
Okay, Calvin, listen. You might have a chance.
Memphis, who did Memphis trade 29 to? Minnesota. Oh my god.
He's not going to do it twice. He's not going to do it twice. I'm getting off of Twitter. He's not going to do it twice.
I'm crying, man.
He's not going to do it twice.
Your face.
He's not. I have faith in Tim. He crushed me once. Twice, actually. First time was when he left. The second time is this. Alright. We won't do this time. No.
Okay. I won't look at Twitter. Oh my god, I'm dying.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
I'm not looking at Twitter. I'm not looking at Twitter.
He's gonna do it, isn't he? He's gonna do it.
Okay.
He's gonna create a dynasty. They're gonna have parades.
So
Kirk Cousins is gonna be there.
The fact that it's Minnesota is the funniest part.
I hate them as the state. Everything. Really, my anger really just stems at Kirk Cousins. There's just a lot of anger projecting his way. I don't need to take it out on the state of Minnesota. But that's who probably got Tim Connolly there. Was Kirk Cousins.
Wisconsin, Milwaukee.
Yeah, why is it not the University of Milwaukee, Wisconsin?
You did not have a very good year.
Very good year.
This guy stinks.
This guy stinks.
Oh, brother. I think they were talking about him on DNVR show yesterday. He was gonna play for his dad.
Okay, so best available. Ty Washington. Kennedy Chandler. EJ Liddell. Jaden Hardy. Jaden Hardy. So that's the top 4 right there. Brown is 11. I think that makes sense to go get Brown for Nuggets.
Tim Connolly is not an evil man. He wouldn't do this to me.
Yeah, so Minnesota has this pick. It was originally from Philly to Memphis, now to Minnesota.
Great. And now there's a commercial break.
Actually, no. It went from Philly to Houston to Memphis, now to Minnesota.
If he takes EJ Liddell, we're cutting this podcast short. I'm taking my ball and I'm going. Just letting you know that right now. Finish this dinner, I'm going straight to bed.
I really should make you super conflicted by saying if EJ Liddell goes to Minnesota, I'll give you another 10 on Crumble. Because then you won't know what you want. Don't. You ruined the Nuggets. You ruined 2 seasons of the Nuggets because of Crumble. Don't.
One, short-term gain, long-term pain. Well,
I'm not offering it.
I would have been willing to entertain it.
The one note. Okay, I have one note on EJ Liddell. When they played Duke versus Banchero, he was the main defender on Banchero. He held, but the number 1 overall pick in this draft, he held Banchero to 14 points on 4 of 14 shooting.
I believe it.
I think EJ Liddell is the best defender in this class.
He's a dog.
Because he not only can guard 1 through 5, but he averages more than 2 blocks a game. And they're not just like lazy like Nikola Jokic blocks. They are Zion 40-inch vertical volleyball blocks into the stands 10 rows up.
I've already caught a couple strays in this period. You don't need to take shots at Jokic, all right? Okay, you leave him out. But yes, we watched his highlight reel. And
not only that, he's a terrific passer. He's fantastic in the pick and roll, and he can shoot the 3. He can't handle the ball. Doesn't need to. He can't create his own shot. Doesn't need to. He is the perfect player to put on this Nuggets team. Adam with Christian Brown, it's an A+ draft. You might not think so because you lost out on Wendell Moore, but to me, it's an A+ draft.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go cry in my pillow tonight.
What are you eating, by the way?
Good. Very good. No, my nostrils.
You really don't do well with spice?
No, I mean it's a little
spicy. We gotta do hot ones.
We gotta do hot ones.
We gotta do hot ones.
I'm not dying your stream. It's a poblano pepper stuffed with steak and chili.
Okay, so look at this. Look at this. Rockets, Mavericks, Timberwolves. Rockets receive a 2022 first-round pick, 29th overall via. Minnesota does not own this pick anymore. The Houston Rockets do.
Oh, so that was in the trade?
So it originally was with it's gone to like 10 teams. So that is going to Houston. So it went from Philly to Memphis to Minnesota to Houston. And they take Ty Washington. The Houston Rockets have selected Ty Washington. See how easy that is? All you have to do is say in the 29th pick in the 2022 NBA draft, the Houston Rockets via trade select Ty Washington Jr. Not the Memphis Grizzlies select Ty Washington Jr. Oh, but there's a proposed trade to Houston in the little corner right there. What? Get bored.
Now he's going to put on a Memphis hat.
Right, now he's going to put on a Memphis hat even though he knows he's going to Houston.
I don't know if he knows it.
It's the dumbest. It literally ruined. Like these players gotta like. If I were a player and I took all these pictures with this stupid ass hat and I'm not even going to that team, I'd be pissed.
Well, and then you're going to get people right because we get it with the Denver fans.
Right.
We drafted Gobert and
we didn't. We traded that pick, and they selected. Utah Jazz selected Gobert and Donovan Mitchell. The Denver Nuggets did not select Gobert and Donovan Mitchell and then trade them to Utah. Like it just makes it so confusing. And then people who don't know just make an ass of them. Look. OKC's pick is in. But in the little corner right there, proposed trade, and it has the Nuggets logo. It makes zero sense. By the way, pick is in. That was fast. The number one player on Jay's board is EJ Liddell. I swear, man. If they take Kendall Brown right here, I'm going to lose my mind.
They're buried right now.
They're going to take two Browns. Watch them. Watch them take two Browns. Christian Brown and Kendall Brown.
They're spelled differently, too.
Yeah, Brown. The Brown part. Yeah. I wouldn't mind Jaden Hardy. I want EJ Liddell. I wouldn't be upset at Jaden Hardy. Man, if this is Kennedy Chandler, I'm going to lose it. Because if you want Kennedy Chandler, just keep Monte. What the hell are you doing? Floor spacing big. Huh.
It's going to be too good.
This is the trade for the Nuggets. JaMychal Green, 2027 first round pick. Nuggets get 30 and 2 future seconds. Look, in the bar, they're showing OKC's all of OKC's picks. Like,
Alright.
Floor spacing big, wing forward with size is Jay's biggest needs for the Nuggets. Alright, here we go. Please, EJ Liddell. Please, EJ Liddell. Please, EJ Liddell.
Who?
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Before the pick, Draft Express tweeted out his top players available left. Peyton Watson was not on the list. And that was 15 guys. On ESPN's, he was 9. They took a worse version of EJ Liddell.
Not a fan. I mean, you heard it there. I mean, he shot 23% from 3. So he's a one-sided player. I'm seeing a lot of defensive highlights from him. He's a very good to elite defender, which, okay, but I feel like you already kind of covered that perimeter.
They just grabbed the worst version of Christian Brown. What? I don't get it. I don't get it. That makes no sense to me. Again, I haven't seen any film on him, but I mean, this is a project. This is like a bowl type of project pick. I mean, this is.
He's not going to contribute. He probably won't even suit up.
He'll play in the G League for him.
I have Spinella's breakdown of him. 6'8", 7-foot wingspan. He's 19. He can't be more than 190 pounds.
He's listed at 200.
This is what Spinella's notes on offense. Horribly inefficient season as a freshman at UCLA, 32.2% from the field. Struggled at the rim, 35.1% despite obvious tools athletically. Had some feel as a passer, 3.9 assists per 100 possessions. Shooting needs work, 22.6% from 3. Form is subpar. Role was limited on a veteran UCLA team, provided energy. And then defense, toolsy athlete who should be able to guard 3s and 4s. Statistically impactful, 1.9 steals and 1.9 blocks per 40 minutes. Potential is there to guard up and be somewhat switchable. Uses his length well, could stand to be a little quicker laterally. Defense is and likely will be his calling card in the NBA. You know what this kind of feels like is Jared Vanderbilt.
Again, EJ Liddell's right there. I mean, EJ Liddell, he helps your rim protection. I don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, Jaden Hardy's right there. A scorer at the 2. You need that. You know what this is looking like? This is looking like they're just going to run it back with Montana Will. Then they're not going to do absolutely crap this offseason.
Yeah.
They're going to be ultra conservative, and they're not going to do anything. That's what this is looking like. All that talk of, we're going to be aggressive, we're in our championship window. They're not going to do jack squat.
That's what it feels like.
And they're going to make some BS excuse of, we didn't have the assets. I mean, the draft went from a potential A+ to it's a D. And the only reason why it's not an F is because I do like Christian Braun.
ESPN's Bobby Marks just said Peyton Watson's 3 points per game. 3 points per game at UCLA last season is the lowest points per game total ever for a first round pick. Three points per game. No. Not a fan. Not a fan at all. I would have been much more happy with just taking one of either Beauchamp, Wendell, one of those guys.
I think the Nuggets probably have the worst draft out of any team that picked today. I mean, even San Antonio. You like Blake? I like Blake West. Minnesota did well. New Orleans great. I guess Sacramento had the worst pick. Denver probably had the worst draft out of any team who had a pick tonight. I mean, you have 2 picks, and that's what you come out with. With the guys that dropped, I mean, Liddell.
It feels like an overcorrection on defense.
Yeah.
Like an absolute.
I mean, hell, just take Kendall Brown. I would have been fine with that. At least that's like a B-. Like, sure.
Yeah.
You can take a guy who averaged 3 points per game in the first round? What are you doing? That's a late second. You know whose pick that is? That was Michael Malone's pick. It had to have been. It makes zero sense. It's a bad pick. I don't know what's lower than an F, but it's that. At least that pick alone. The draft in general, I would say a D at best. Just because Christian Braun's not terrible. It's solid at best. Again, you took Christian Braun. You could have went. I mean, no, you could have went Wendell Moore or EJ Liddell. You could have had Wendell Moore and EJ Liddell in this draft. At 21 and 30. That's what they could have done. Or you could have done Beauchamp and Liddell. Or you could have done. Goodness gracious. They're going to be ultra conservative because they're already going to the tax, and they're going to run it back and hope it's good enough.
Gordon Gross, who covers the Nuggets for Denver Stiff, said, "I don't understand Denver taking the time to move a pickup several years because of the urgency of this title window, and then immediately using that pick on someone who won't pull minutes for a couple seasons, but will take a roster spot. Future pick doesn't take a spot. Doesn't make any sense." Yeah. Feels like they're just going to run it back, which I guess if there's any silver lining in that, when this group was together in the small sample size, they were terrific. So there's that. But I mean, when you're talking about maximizing the window.
So you know how you were saying panic level of Tim Connolly leaving? I said a 4. You were at like an 8 or 9. I'm at a 10. Just about. I'm at about 100 right now. Like I don't.
Yep. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, the Brown one, you can kind of, like, it's a bit of a reach, but okay. You can live with it. And then this pick, I mean, you have 2 picks in the first round. And that's what you come away with? Like, no disrespect to this guy, Peyton Watson. But, I mean, you're in a window right now. And a window that's very fragile at that. Your second best player is coming off of an ACL tear. Your third best player is a ticking time bomb in terms of how long he can stay healthy. If they keep Will Barton, last year was the first year he stayed healthy in years. And then, I mean, Aaron Gordon, love what he brings, but I don't get it. Not a fan.
I wish the Warriors would have taken EJ Liddell. It would have made this a little easier. What's crazy is EJ Liddell still hasn't been picked. Watch Minnesota get Liddell at 10 in the second round. Yeah, I don't know what to say. This was like. I mean, hell, if you told me these 2 picks don't do anything for the Nuggets over the next 5 years and they never play for them, they just get traded for nothing, like Vanderbilt, I'd be shocked. To me, they're both projects, and I know a lot of people like Christian Brown. He's a project to me. I put it in the notes. He's a project. I don't think he can come in right away. And maybe I'm wrong. Man. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But that was a terrible draft. So much potential for such a great draft, and I mean, they literally just threw it away.
Yeah. Not a fan. I mean, I'm okay with Brown, but like you said, you could add Wendell Moore, you could add EJ Liddell, you could add both, you could have had Beauchamp and Liddell.
I mean, I would have been okay with Kendall Brown. Like Kendall Brown is. They're all the same player. Why did you go for the project instead of the 2 guys that are ready? And he's not just a project. Like he's not even the defensive talent is there. The offensive talent isn't even there. It's more than a project. Well, I hope this guy can even develop a shot. Then maybe that could be a project. Like it's like you took the potential of a guy being a project. Like he's not even a project. He's worse than a project. This guy's going to be in the G League for 2 years minimum, probably 3.
I don't think he ever plays meaningful minutes in.
No, I don't think so either. At this point, we gotta hope that they flip him and throw him in with Monte or Will, and go get a veteran. I mean, man.
Our guy Jake Coyne, who we had on a couple days ago, said the Nuggets now sit with 11 guaranteed salaries on the roster, including Watson and Braun. It leaves, as of now, 4 spots for some combination of Facu, Rivers, Cousins, Reed, Forbes, Chanchar, $8.2 million taxpayer exception, $6.4 million mid-level player exception, and any minimum salary.
I mean, I don't honestly at this point, I don't think they even use those exceptions. Or they use like 2 million of it. But I don't trust them at all now. I don't believe a single word that they said in all those press conferences. I no longer believe a single word. All right. Well.
Yeah. Well, there's your Denver Nuggets draft, 22 NBA draft. Christian Braun at 21. Peyton Watson out of UCLA at 30. I guess we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go stuff my face with food and eat a whole cake.
I don't blame you. All right, that's going to do it for us. We appreciate you guys rocking with us and listening. If you watched, shouts out to you. For Brandon Stoll on the other side, I'm Stephen Priest Jr. This has been the Behind the Glass Sports Podcast.